On Salvage Hunters, Drew's search for hidden treasures goes from stately pile...
It's a nice house, but we want to dust it.
We want to clean it.
...to scrap pile.
All I wanted when I was a kid was the scrapyard. Wow, that has to be one of the best things I've seen in years.
He finds his dream machine.
I think it's just a thing of beauty.
Unearths some classic pieces.
Georgian. Georgian, isn't it?
But when it comes to this classic, is his heart ruling his head?
I think I must have taken some hallucinogenics last time I looked at the Morris Minor.
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Hello? You have got the best place in the whole world.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
Woo! That's a mantique.
There's nowhere he won't go and nothing he won't consider. With help from his wife, Rebecca...
He was telling me he drove in a tank. Now, if that's not midlife crisis, what is?
And a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems, which then find new homes in houses, bars, restaurants, or even lighting up your street.
Yeah.
Trade's been brisk at Drew's warehouse in North Wales. He needs to stock up.
We've sold hundreds and hundreds of items in the last 2 weeks. I want to make sure the stuff is rolling through. We have a production line here. We had it for years. I find it, Gavin and Julian sort it and clean it. Mark photographs it, goes on the website, it's sold. And by that time, I've bought some more stuff in.
Drew is a workaholic, full stop.
If I'm out on the road, I'll check in once or twice a day.
If I shout, is anybody missing Drew? Nobody does. Enzo does.
I'm travelling with Julian this time. He's come in, been sacked and or left probably 10 times. He's stuck with me and I'm stuck with him.
Drew and Julian set off on a 5-hour trip to Dumfries in Scotland.
So, another beautiful day in Scotland, as they always seem to be. And we're off to the Buccleuch estate.
Yep.
They're heading to Drumlanrig Castle, the ancestral home of the Duke of Buccleuch, set in 90,000 acres, one of the biggest estates in the UK.
And according to my paperwork, you're meeting Richard Riley.
I'm the head ranger here, Buccleuch Estates. Castle itself, they completed the build in 1698. It's got many, many treasures in there. We have a Rembrandt painting, lots of lovely fine artworks. The building itself has some fantastic furniture, and it really is a must-see.
But Drew doesn't have his sights on the treasures inside the house. His hunting ground is the places the public never gets to see.
Been trying for months to get into this guy's place. And we've got access. What I want today is just a little bit of that old country house magic. But I have to say,
It's mighty impressive.
check that out.
Yeah.
It's a nice house, but we'll want to dust it.
We want to clean it.
Nice to meet you. This is Jules.
Hi, Julian.
How are you?
Pleased to meet you.
How you doing?
Welcome to Drumlanrig.
The Duke rarely sells to dealers outside the big auction houses. But today, Ranger Richard has the authority to sell a few select items.
Is there people in the house today? Is the family there today?
Well, we're actually open to the public as well. The family are not in today.
Oh, no, I'm looking forward to it. Shall we get the van around the back for the furniture, shall we?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Just chuck the silver under the dashboard.
Yeah, OK.
Fantastic. OK, so lead on.
Drew has convinced Richard to show him part of the Duke's legendary car collection. Can he persuade him to part with one of them?
The vehicle we have in here is quite special. A vehicle like this was the first vehicle to cross the Sahara. It's a 1924 Citroën Cagras half-track. It was in the Bewley Motor Museum, but unfortunately, you know, it's starting to fall into disrepair. The tracks, because they're rubber, they started to perish. So, very, very capable vehicle. It was said at the time you could set the idle in gear, jump out the vehicle, walk up the hill, and this would follow you up the hill like a well-trained Labrador.
Fantastic. What a thing. Unbelievably good condition. Everything was just totally original. Just a little gem. This is something I'd be really keen on buying.
Car Cars like this were built in the lead up to the Second World War and can fetch up to £30,000.
It's in incredible condition. I'd like to buy it.
Unfortunately, no. There's too much history in this vehicle for the estate to litigate.
Yeah, for sure. Don't think I could afford it. Wouldn't know what to do with it. I don't think I'd go to the shops in it. Next one.
Ford Zodiac Estate.
God, I remember one of these in our village when I was a kid, outside the old paint shop.
This car has been on the estate since new and is worth around £3,000 in its current condition.
I love this. This is a great-looking car, isn't it?
Fantastic.
The interior, the dashboard, everything, it's just right at the end of the 60s, isn't it?
Yeah.
It reminds me as a kid, when you go on holiday and your legs are stuck to the back seat,
exactly.
that's what it smells like.
Yeah.
And it's great because you could drive this now. You don't need to restore it or ruin it.
No.
Just, I've got to ask, can I buy this one?
A 40-year-old car with one careful owner. Could this 60s classic be Drew's first purchase of the day?
It's a fabulous thing.
Unfortunately not, again, Drew. All these vehicles, you know, they hold... They're very sentimental.
One day.
Yeah, possibly.
One day. Put my name on them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to buy, and as yet, I've not been able to find anything. It's been great wandering around looking at everything, but I need to buy stuff. I'm here to buy things.
Drew then sees a vehicle that this time Richard is keen to offload.
This was actually one of the first Land Rovers that we ever had in the estate.
Series 3, early one. Short wheelbase Safari. Yeah, God, it's battered to hell, isn't it?
This is the model that had the Safari roof.
Yeah, the roof.
Keep you nice and cool in our balmy heat that we have here, you know.
Too far gone for me.
Too far gone?
The earlier ones I was looking for, really,
Yeah.
the Series 1s is really... So you know plans to fix this one?
I don't know.
No, maybe not. So, where's next? Cool, so what's this place?
This is Morton Mill, Drew. It's a mill for processing grains, you know, wheat, barley, oats, basically.
What do you use it for now?
It's just used for storage, much to your delight.
Yeah.
Drew can't afford to leave with an empty van, so he dives straight in. Finding stuff he wants is no problem, but finding stuff that's for sale is.
Fortunately, these benches, they're not a goer.
The pews are they?
Unfortunately not again.
Drew's frustration levels are rising. Then, Richard pulls out several tempting items.
Here, eggs, original, they would have come out the stable yard at the castle itself.
Yeah, they're quite nice, aren't they?
Yeah. They would actually been made by the blacksmiths on the estate.
Yeah, they're estate made, aren't they?
Yeah.
In Drew's world, provenance is everything. The fact that they were made on the estate could double the value of the hay racks. They could fetch as much as £150 each.
That's cool. It's a nice saddle horse. There's another one. One here. So you've been using this for display, have you?
Yeah, it was used for the display of saddles up at the stable yard at the castle itself.
Fab.
Drew currently has a similar Regency saddle horse for sale on his website for £580.
Great.
It looks like Drew may have struck gold and found the big country house pieces he's looking for.
Stand it. Yeah, that's fab. I've never seen any of this size before. They look like, you know, sort of just like a plate rack. Yeah. For drying plate, just on a huge scale. Just a good-looking period piece as well. They're in nice, untouched condition. You can see traces of original paint all over them. And the wear there, where things have been slid in and out constantly.
These could bring in £1,000 for the pair on the retail market.
This is the place I wanted to get to all day. This is great. There's loads of stuff. There's a lot you just walked in straight away and said, you can't have that, you can't have that, you can't have that, you can't have that. But then to dig out these.
It's now up to the Duke.
Do you want to make a phone call, see if we can have a...
Yeah, I can do. I'll go and...
We could buy them.
I'll go and make a call.
I'm hoping Richard comes back with good news and that we can do a deal on this sort of stuff. I'd be so happy if I could walk away with the large racks and the saddle horses. Ah, Richard, what did he say?
We can't do the saddle racks.
All right, OK.
But we can do the plate racks.
Plate racks, OK.
Yeah.
OK. OK, so how much are these, Richard?
We're looking at about £75 each. So.
It's too much.
Too much?
Yeah, it's too much. 120 for the 3.
120 for the 3?
That's it, yeah.
Can you just push it that wee bit more? 130, the 3.
Yeah, sure. OK, lovely. Nice. Excellent. OK, so we've bought some stuff. That's great. So what do you want for these?
Probably looking about 300 quid for those, I would say.
Can you do a little bit better? Knock a little bit off, maybe?
Take it maybe 270.
Yeah, that's fine.
That do?
Yeah, I don't want to beat you up at all on these.
Yeah.
These are great. I'm really happy with them, particularly this one.
You know, somebody renovating a country house, you know, that's going to look...
Yeah, definitely. It's got such a great look about it. Yeah. Really has. Nice one. Lovely. Thank you. Buying some stuff. Excellent.
I think both myself and Drew are happy with the deals we have done today. I'm certainly happy, you know, and I think Drew's happy. I don't think I've made him pay more than he needed to.
It's a real privilege. And you've got my number.
I have.
Give me a call. It's so good to get in here and to buy stuff, get a good connection, find something I can sell at a profit. I've got somebody in mind for the plate racks, and I'm not going to have them long. So, yeah, really, really pleased.
Another 5-hour drive later, and Drew and Julian arrive back at headquarters in Wales.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi, hi. It's nice to be back. Scotland was really good. We've bought some great stuff. Thought they were quite good, and do you know what I think they could be? Console tables. When they're excited and when I bring something off the van, it just sort of go, yeah, great, did that right, next one.
With an empty van to fill, it's not long before it's time to hit the road again. This time, Drew's taking restorer Gavin with him.
Do those bench ends there, Gav, right next to you, can they be used or not? Gavin is restoration, sales, lifting, shifting, delivering, and he's coming on the road with me today.
They're on their way to Coventry, to a narrowboat builder and restorer called Pete Gilbert. It's not the boats they're going to see, but his scrapyard that's been built up over 3 generations.
Any chance I got to roam around scrapyards when I was a kid, I was there. And nothing's changed. I'm now 40 and I'm still doing it. But now at least I get to make some money out of it as well. And it's a proper old school scrapyard. It's the sort of scrapyard I dream about. It's a canal workshop. He lives in a canal boat in the middle of a scrapyard. It's like my dream place to go.
Must be close.
It's around here somewhere.
Is that it over there?
Yeah, this is it. Just turn down here on the right. That's the place. Looks like the place. Oh, hello, fella. Hello, mate. Peter.
Yeah.
Drew.
All right.
How are you?
Cheers.
This is
Nice
Gav.
to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Gav.
You good?
Yeah.
Hello. Wow. You have got the best place in the whole world. Pete's place to me is just like heaven. I think I'm probably like 1 chromosome away from doing this, but I'm not far off. I could easily end up like this. You know, left to my own devices, this could happen.
It's from my great-granddad, my dad and me. We got old engines and stuff and bits and bobs.
It just gets better.
You see why I'm happy? Come on, go up you get.
He's a handsome devil, isn't he?
That's it.
This takes me back to being a kid and rooting through junkyards. You just don't think places like this exist anymore.
My great-granddad, he built this place. He was a boatman.
The yard covers around an acre, so Drew's going to have his work cut out to see all that Pete has to offer.
I do need to spend 2 weeks here. I need to hire a canal boat and stay here for a couple of weeks. There's so much stuff. Every time I turn around, I'm trying to find something else. All I wanted when I was a kid was a scrapyard.
Well, that's it. Well, I had one.
You've got one. I'm really enjoying my day here with Peter, but it really is now time to start buying.
Drew spots something he's seen before and dives straight in with a request.
This little chap here, who I'd really like a lot. I've owned one before. It sold very, very quickly, and it sold well. I was surprised to find that, and I definitely want to be taking that home with me.
This mid-century whippet is very collectible and can sell for around £200.
Nice, lovely. It's so out of context here where it is. Brought in somewhere else, that's really going to shine. Obviously without the collar. But is this something I I could have a go at?
You got to have a word with the wife about that. She's in charge of that one.
He has to talk to senior management, and we'll see how we go. He's worth a few quid to me, so...
She wants some money, so I'll try and tell her that's the only way to get it. Sell it to Drew.
Drew will need a strategy to get reluctant Pete to start parting with anything.
I think for the first thing I'm going to try and buy off him, I'm going to go for something that he is less interested in. You got any more of them? Before we go back to the pinks I really want. Yeah, these are good.
They interested me when I seen them.
Fantastic. Good, aren't they? These old enamel factory pendants.
That's it,
And they're 1950s sort of factory lights, and I love them. We're always buying and selling them. Do you know the top section for these?
Not all of them, I don't think.
They were just built for industrial purpose, but they translate very, very well into using them in residential and interior design projects. They're always beaten up, but that's part of their charm, all the rust and everything on them. We can restore them and have them rewired in-house in a couple of days. Oh, there's the top for those lamps, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
I should go over and twist and go, shouldn't it? There we go. That's it. If we could have found, I'd rather buy 6 than 3. What sort of price can we do on these?
You'd have to shout me what you'd want to give for them.
The shape's great, it's stylish, and everybody wants these. They're things I can sell.
Industrial lamps are popular with interior designers, and once restored, Coolicons like these can fetch around £175 each.
Well, if we said for the 3 large ones, £75?
Yeah, go on.
Sure?
Yeah, go on.
These 3 here, 30, £10 a piece.
Yeah.
That's a bit mean, 15. £15 a piece for those. That's fairer. So 45, 75.
Yeah.
Yeah? First purchase, money changing hands, great. Always makes it a little bit easier for me, and it just relaxes everything and, you know, oils the wheels.
I think that we used as a heat lamp for the chickens.
Drew is always on the lookout for the unique, and he spots something that definitely fits the bill.
These are fantastic. They're either been made by somebody at an art college or something like that.
I think they're Roman.
There's something about them I like. Is that the top? There's like stoppers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, look.
Look at that. Really weird looking. No chips, nothing missing. They're great.
But once again, Peter's reluctant to strike a deal and defers to a higher authority.
Where are they from?
The missus is...
I can't find any
Got
marks or
from
anything.
somewhere. I'll phone her up and see
Can you
what
give us a
they're all
ring?
about, yeah. You know these pots you've got in that blue tub, what are they? You know, them odd-shaped things. Yeah, that's
Weird
it.
things.
These are for sale, then.
What about £80?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, she'll be happy with that, I
That's
think.
all right, isn't it?
Yeah, keep her happy.
OK, yeah, we'll take those.
With a couple of purchases under his belt, Drew is happy, but he's not ready to leave just yet.
It'd be worth trying her on the dog again, because the dog is worth 100 quid to me.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping we can buy that dog statue. That's the thing, it's sort of bothering me, because, like, I know I can sell it like that, really want it.
And it seems that Pete has saved the best till last.
You'll like this one.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Just as we were leaving, and we're just about to leave, and I said, oh, what's that in there? Is this an original Tourer?
Yeah, it is. It's a proper
Not a
one.
conversion.
It's not a cut-down one.
My first car was a Morris 1000. I think my second car was a Morris 1000. I've owned, I can't remember how many, at least 10. So, 66?
I think, yeah, it could be.
D66, yeah. My mum had a Morris 1000 convertible. I think it was the same colour, or pale blue. Can you get it out?
Oh, it all drives and everything.
OK.
Yeah.
Massively popular car, made God knows how many of them, and loads still going. Brilliant little cars. We're just going to try and see if we can get this little fella started. Did we have it the wrong way round?
Yeah. Try that.
I think I just flooded it. Shall we try her again?
Yeah, try 'em again.
Hey!
Beautiful. Tools of the trade.
Buying a car in this state is a gamble, but an enthusiast could pay from £800 to £1,000 for a restoration project like this.
What sort of money are we looking at?
I don't know, I suppose it'd be like 800 quid.
When he came up with that, I thought, should I bid him on it and sort of try and knock him down a bit? But he was really genuine. He said, look, I did pay that for it. And you can tell when somebody's lying. He's not lying. That's what he paid. I don't need to sort of kick his head in on it. Let's just keep the price right. Give the guys money back. It's the right price. Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah,
And just as they're off, Peter arrives with some good news.
yeah, Drew, I've had a word with the missus and she said she'd let you have that.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure. It really has.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed myself.
And me.
No
Very
end.
good.
A very good day.
All right then.
Fantastic.
Drew heads off to Morecambe with Gavin. He's heard of a company that ships huge quantities of antique furniture. It's not his usual hunting ground, but he's prepared to take a chance.
I'm going to go and see this chap. Golly.
Furniture's my business, and I know I haven't got that many things, you know, that he would be interested in, but I'm going to show him a couple of items.
You normally have good stuff.
It's not usually our sort of stuff. It doesn't have sort of junky stuff like we like.
Everybody has their own taste, I suppose.
Apparently I rang Rebecca too late last night. I'm in a bit of trouble.
When you don't ring, why didn't you ring?
I'd stay out of it if I were you, if you got any sense. Aha, here we are. See what I mean? Big outfit, proper job. Hello? Golly. Drew Pritchard, this is Gav.
Gav?
You OK?
Hi, Gav.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks, yeah.
Good.
So we just thought we're in the area, thought we'd call in, see what you got. I'm after the strange stuff.
Right.
The sort of the rusty old architectural, decorative,
Yeah.
shop fittings, runs of lighting, that type of thing.
All right, then. Just feel free to wander about. Find that door.
Oh, it's a great place.
Yeah.
It's full, isn't it?
Tons of stuff. You've got some fantastic stock here, haven't you? Golly's business and what I do are very, very different. Golly sells what we call shipping furniture and brown furniture to the international antiques trade.
Normally, you'd be squeezing down these alleys.
You just had a big order go out, have you?
Yeah, just up 6 containers.
Fantastic. I'll show you these are the containers you fill in now.
That's one, yeah, and there's another one that's out there. There's another one there.
Big business. He's been doing it longer than I've been born.
And it's nice to see young people. You don't see many young people now coming into this business.
So how long have you been doing this, then?
Started in '67.
So was your father doing it?
No.
Really?
No, I started off as a musician.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
You know, I was playing in different rock and roll bands and scared to death to have to go and get a job. You know, it terrified me.
What else would you do if you weren't doing this, isn't it?
I don't know. Well, nothing. You just sit about eating and drinking, just getting fatter.
I really like Golly. He's just a really down-to-earth bloke. Golly's market is a different market to mine. It's a good market that he has there, and he's obviously doing a really good job. My market is totally different, and what I'm after is always the tatty thing in the background.
Drew spots some vintage toys, which he knows are very popular with designers and window dressers.
Oh, I like that, Golly. This is cool.
Yeah, I've had that a long, long time. It's a little Vespa.
Little Vespa, little 70s.
Yeah.
70s Vespa.
Is it 70s?
Yeah, that's 70s,
Yeah.
that one.
Is it electric or something, is it?
I don't know.
I do home in on anything Vespa Lambretta. I always really like it, and I've got a couple of Vespas in the house. I've got some old fairground ride Vespas in the house, and I think that'll be joining them, hopefully.
Motorised Vespas like this are rare and popular with both toy collectors and scooter enthusiasts. they can sell for upwards of £100.
What can we do on this?
If you want it, Drew, I'll take 120 quid for it.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you think that's dear?
I do, yeah. I do.
Right.
I do.
Well, maybe it is.
Yeah.
You've maybe seen more of them than me.
Yeah, yeah.
Golly has been selling for almost 50 years, and Drew's beginning to realise what he's up against.
Oh, well.
He's putting just the right amount of pressure in just the right. He's pushing just the right buttons to get me to buy stuff. It's very good. I do think it's a little bit on the uppy side, yeah.
Right.
Could you do 80 quid?
Could we come back to it? Yeah, I'll let him have it, but don't tell him yet.
Sure.
If I can sell you a bit more stuff.
All right, let's have a look.
The
and see
answer
what
will
else
be
is there.
yes.
OK, all right, let's have a look, see what else we can do.
Right.
I'd rather spend some more money as well.
Right, OK. I've had some bloody interesting stuff over the years.
I like the little bar. That's quite funky, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah. You see that's
That's
in.
great. That's
now,
so in. I really like this, all this sort of faux plastic marble.
I mean, I remember this new in the shops, this stuff. You know, but fellas like you, it's like a novelty.
Young whippersnappers like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. It's so bad, it's good.
Despite growing in popularity, mid-20th century furniture is still a niche market, and finding the right buyer could be difficult for Drew. Examples like these could sell for up to £200 to the right buyer.
What sort of money something like this now?
120 quid.
120 quid? Maybe. I'll give it some thought.
Yeah. Well, look at this. There's another one here. Another Del Boy bar. That would have been the bee's knees, you know, in 1955.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have been posh if you had that in your house, yeah. Yeah.
What's something like this running at now?
I'll take 85 quid for it.
85 quid. That's great, isn't it? It's a brilliant price for somebody. It really is. I don't know the market on that, so it's maybe a step too far, but also I don't know if I'm going to get it on the van.
So, has master negotiator Drew met his match? For now, all Drew can do is be led by Golly.
What else have you got?
There's a little bit of junk outside. Just open the security system. I've got an old building. Hey, look, there's a diver's helmet there.
That's a cool thing, isn't it?
That's really never moved from here.
Really? That's a mantique, isn't it? That's a bloke antique. That is. Definitely. Very cool. It's nice, isn't it?
It's all right, yeah.
I've never owned one.
Right.
Quite like it. I like that it's not polished. Looks like a sort of...
Yeah.
Like Darth Vader's helmet, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's something like that worth?
I want 800 quid for it.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably right.
I think it could be worth more.
Yeah.
I think it could
right.
be.
It's a nice thing.
Yeah.
US Navy diving helmets like this were manufactured between 1915 and 1980 and can go for as much as £1,000.
I'm always looking for stuff I need to be selling it the next day, and that I'm not going to be able to sell the next day. I just don't know. I don't know on that one at all.
Drew is clearly getting agitated. He has yet to make a purchase, and this could turn out to be a wasted day.
You don't see many of them around here.
Hey, donkey. That's a bit nice big cart.
Yeah.
Once again, he tries to get the ball rolling with Golly.
I like that, though. That's quite good, isn't it?
Ah, yeah.
Quite like that. It's a good, nice advertising thing, that. You know, you can stick that up in a shop.
Cigarette things. I like it.
I like it, yeah.
Metal advertising signs are popular and easy to sell. This one could fetch £80.
What's that, Golly?
50 quid.
50. 40? 40 quid? We'll do that?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
if you
is
want.
that all right?
Yeah. What's picking out in red?
That's OK. Yeah, we'll just leave that alone again.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit of a polish, but £40, I'll take it.
All right.
The ball is rolling, but Golly is still calling the shots.
Let's see if we can do a deal on that Vespa. I haven't bought a lot
Got one more thing to show you.
All right, let's have a look then. Come on.
Drew can only follow as Golly leads him into the dark recesses of the warehouse.
Bloody good chair, this, Matt.
Oh, hello, yeah.
It is, honestly.
Yeah, that's a good-looking
And
thing.
I'll tell you what, it's near enough perfect.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I like it.
That chair is just lovely. Great shape, size, colour. It's everything I like about furniture at the moment. Have you had it a long time?
I've had it a very long time, yeah.
You come local?
Yeah. Come out of a house local. Nobody has ever asked about it. If I offered that to an American, for 50 quid, he'd laugh at me.
Yeah.
If I offered it to a Japanese dealer for 50 quid, they'd laugh at me. They'd rather buy that.
Yeah. Well, we've got the market for this.
But I can't shift it.
Yeah.
You know.
Whereas I couldn't shift this.
No.
It's the two branches of the antiques business, isn't it?
That's
It's a
right, yeah.
strange
Yeah.
mix.
How old is this, do you think, Golly?
It's Georgian.
Georgian, is it?
1810,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yeah, about 200-year-old.
Yeah.
An unrestored Georgian piece like this is a rare find and very attractive to interior designers and photographers. It could fetch as much as £500.
What sort of money are we looking at?
I'll take 200 quid for it, and it's cheap.
Yeah, you are doing me a bit of a favour, to be honest with that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've had more bid
I know,
years
I know.
ago.
No, that's very fair. Very fair. No, I'll have that.
All right.
Wonderful. Thank you, Golly.
You'll do well with it.
I will. I will. That's
Don't
great.
be in a hurry to sell it.
I won't be. I'm not giving that away.
No.
No, very nice. A really good price on that. I'm very, very happy with it. He understands that putting that in the right place will achieve a nice profit on it.
I think you could sell it easily for 500.
Brilliant. I'm very, very happy with that. I didn't want to call in, but I have, and now I'm really pleased that I have done. Now the painful bit. What can we do on the little Vespa then, Golly? I know I haven't spent a fortune with you.
Well, there'll be another day, won't there?
I'll be back.
Next time you come,
Yeah.
we might take some proper money.
Take some proper money off me, yeah.
Put it down at what you offered me, 80 quid.
That's fine, I'll take it.
Drew's chance drop-in has paid off. He's made several purchases, but more importantly, it looks like he's found a new supplier.
Drew can find a home for this stuff. Well, so can I. It's Drew.
If he's happy for me to come back, and he now knows the sort of thing I like, and he said, you know, it's not the stuff he can sell, so that's where we want to be.
A couple of hours later, Drew and Gavin are back at the shop in Wales, eager to show their spoils to the waiting team.
Lovely, isn't it? It's just got something about it. Just really well, just a great looking thing. Look, another one of those. Look at these as well. Jugs.
That's good.
I like them. I like them. Look, there's some good things in here. How cool is that?
Brilliant.
That is fantastic.
Lovely.
Straight inside.
That's nice.
What do you think of this? Hey?
Yeah, I like that.
Once unloaded, the items begin their journey from junk to saleable items.
I've got some hooks here. I don't know if they're the same thread. We might have to just get a little step-down adapter for them. All these need tidying up. The insides are nice. They're not bad, actually. They're not bad at all. We've got to spend a few quid on them. Ollie's got to totally rewire them. We've got to get a nice bit of industrial chain. It comes through to the photography area. It's photographed and goes straight online by Mark.
Basically, just showing it off in its best light. We'll measure its size. That's a brief description, bit of research of how old we think it is, and then we'll put it on the website as soon as it comes in.
And in a few short hours, the Vespa will also be for sale.
It's not a rare item by a very long way. Now it's cleaned up, I don't think we're going to... I can't see myself keeping it. It's not really... the other one I've got at home is much nicer and a much earlier from the 50s. This one's a bit too late, and I think my wife will have a fit if I bring another toy Vespa into the house.
Today is a big day for sales manager Mark.
Watch that corner, watch that corner, watch it.
It's his first trip on the road with Drew. He's found a lead that he knows Drew will like.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, driving.
But Drew is already regretting his decision to let Mark drive.
You drive like an old lady. Right, this side of the road, that's it. Gone the wrong way now, you dip. Just do 60 and don't hit anything. So where's this place where we're going? Where is it?
It's in Basingstoke.
Okay.
I think today is going to be a bit of a treat for you, Drew.
Is it?
I think so.
Why is it full of strippers?
Yeah.
Why is today going to be a bit of a treat?
Today we're going to see Ricky Kenway.
My name's Ricky Kenway. I like to buy mechanical things, cars, motorbikes, clocks, things like that.
He's got like a semi-motor museum, and he's got, look at this, he's got an Indian.
An Indian motorbike?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah. We've reached our destination.
Ooh. Ooh, look at what he's got. Oh, he's got fabulous stuff. Hi, Ricky.
Yeah.
Drew.
Hiya.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, pleased to meet you.
Fantastic place you've got here. Mark.
Hiya. I started off as a mechanic, and a mechanical background, you just keep on fixing things, and I particularly like to have old, original things. I suppose it's like a kid in a toy shop.
God, it's fantastic stuff here.
Mark and Drew know that obsessive collectors like Ricky rarely sell their prized items, but often have stuff lying around that may be of interest.
Buy these kids' stuff home and you think, why on earth did I buy that?
I know, like a fiberglass rhino's head.
But it's a gamble, and they may be going back with an empty van unless Drew can work his magic.
So what's in here, then?
There's all sorts of treasure in there, you'll have to have a look.
This is the good shed.
Yeah, all the good stuff's in there.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's incredible.
When I first got it, it was a showman's engine. Now it's back to heavy haulage.
So how old is this thing?
So 1901 it was built, and when it was new, it was used in London. When they were building the undergrounds, all the soil that was excavated was dumped with this, so this would pour a whole load of trailers.
It's pretty damn impressive, you know, to see something like that. You will pay £300,000 to £400,000 for something like that today.
Well, I had a roller before that, and that just seemed like a natural progression to get something bigger and better, and just a big boy's toy.
And you take these around the fairs and stuff, do you? Or...
Well, up the pubs there.
Yeah.
The sort of favourite trip.
Take it up the pub?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see blokes still making things in sheds. Old British tradition, he's keeping it up. It's great. And that, for instance, what age is that?
That's 1896, steam car.
This is what you steer it with?
Yeah, so you got left and right.
Yeah.
And it moves further than this, but I won't push it now. And that's reverse, that's forward, and twist for accelerate.
What's something like this worth?
It's the only one, and he built 7, the guy who built it. It's a man called Whitney. And it's certainly a 6-figure sum.
George Whitney was a famous inventor from Massachusetts, and his cars almost never sell on the open market. Ricky bought his from the Bewley Motor Museum.
So this will probably end up in a museum, though, won't it?
Yeah, it will certainly end up in a museum.
He built the steam engine himself. He's put together most of the vehicles. He does all the restoration work, all the milling, all the welding. It's quite breathtaking to see what he's doing, and the standard of the work he's doing in the restoration to the items and making new things is fantastic. You've got such an eclectic mix of stuff here.
Yeah, I have,
It's hard to sort of pin down what you just like. Some people collect 4x4s, and some people collect motorbikes, and some people collect steam engines, and God knows what else. But he's got a steam engine and that, and motorbikes, and toy cars, and scramble bikes and Land Rovers, and it's just a really weird mix. I like nearly all of it, you know, most of it I'd happily take home.
But Drew hasn't come to look at Ricky's collection. He's here to buy.
Wow, absolutely fabulous thing.
It's a long shot, but he's desperately keen to see whether the Indian motorbike might be for sale.
That has to be one of the best things I've seen in years. I think it's just a thing of beauty.
Work of art.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's an Indian 4 as well, isn't it? This is a seriously rare beast.
Yeah.
Founded in 1901, the Indian Motorcycle Company was once the biggest in the world. This particular model, the Indian 4, is extremely rare and is worth at least £25,000.
God, it's fabulous, isn't it?
Yes.
I couldn't afford it. I'm not even going to ask.
Just as well as Ricky can't even decide if it's for sale or not.
I never say never, but I'm quite keen to hang on to it. Yeah, well, I keep saying I'm going to keep this one.
Can we see it going?
Yeah, push it out. I'll ride it around for you, yeah.
Fantastic. I don't want to drive it.
No.
I do want to drive it. I'd love to ride it.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to ride it.
No.
All I could see was me falling off the Indian and then the massive bill.
That even sounds beautiful, doesn't it?
God, he's got all the toys, hasn't he?
do you reckon?
Wow, fantastic. Can I get a photograph of me on it before we go?
Yeah.
Before we go? Is that all right? Can I just get one? Can you take one on here?
I know you're very enthusiastic.
I am dead enthusiastic.
Yeah.
I feel like a little kid. A lottery win, and there's several of these coming to Pritchard Towers. That's for sure. I think the wife might leave me, but still.
Oh, well.
Be worth
At least
it,
you'll have an Indian.
I don't know, I haven't seen the wife yet.
Fabulous. Go on then, let's put it back in the shed. The Indian motorbike is just in a league of its own, but I've got to buy things all like that.
Yeah, I thought you might find that.
Yeah. Little Bibendum Michelin man to pump your tyres up.
Finding something he wants to buy is not a problem, but finding something that a collector like Ricky is willing to sell is another matter.
So what's this worth now?
All I'm looking to do is get my money back on that, and I'll give him £400 for it.
400 quid. I can't make any money on that. Well, maybe a little bit, but not really. These are fetching good money at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
I like the vintage little toy pedal car. I thought that was great. What are you asking for this?
£1,500 for that.
Yeah, for a pedal car.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's nice. I love it.
But it's a pedal car.
There's not a lot of profit for us at the end of the day, which is why we're here.
It's a frustrating day for Drew and Mark. Experience has taught them that collectors are often impossible to deal with, and Ricky seems to be in that category.
I quite often sell things and price them accordingly, so if I don't want to sell it, or I'm not too keen on selling it, then I'll price it a little higher.
But Drew has dealt with this type before and has a strategy to get one object he spotted.
I have to say, when I first came in, I spotted that, which I really like.
The bumper car picture?
Yeah.
This naive painting of a bumper car dates from the 1950s or 60s and is painted in the style of one of the most prolific painters of fairground rides, Fred Fowle.
Yeah, it's a fair one, isn't it, offered just on hardboard? Yeah, but I do like it.
Drew does this kind of usual thing where he shows absolutely no interest in it whatsoever. And then towards the end, when he's befriended the customer, he'll make a pitch for it.
I like it. It's got a great look to it.
Yeah.
Is that something that's for sale?
Drew knows that the nostalgic subject matter and the scale of this painting will appeal to a wide audience and that it could fetch around £800.
I think it'd probably be too expensive for you, to be honest. I mean, I would consider selling it, but I'd want a lot of money for it.
What would you want? Oh, he's going to ask like £1,500, £2,000 for it, even in its hardboard, ripped, punched out, crappy state.
£500.
£500. I'll give you £400 for it.
Oh, it's tempting, isn't it? It'd be a big empty patch on the wall there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, I like it that much.
Meet you in the middle.
4.5?
4.5.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have it. No, lovely.
Super stuff.
Really like it. Lovely.
Great. I really like it. I don't know why I sold it to him, really, but I don't know. I'll find someone else to hang up there now.
The look and the expression on their face and everything about it is just so good. That single painting sums up what I do and what I like about the business the most. It's quirky, it's original, it's rare, it's weird, it's decorative, it's cool. It's got all the things I like. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and you.
See you again.
Yeah, OK.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
It's been a long journey just for one painting, but Drew can't wait to share his find with the team back in Wales.
Do you like it?
That's a gem.
I think it may be ever so slightly out of scale.
No, that's what's great about it. It's totally out of whack. It's completely out of scale. Perspectives, all wrong. Yeah. All wrong. Do you like it? Anybody like it? Hands up.
Drew has encountered an interesting mix of sellers this week, but now it's time for the tables to turn as he takes the plate racks he bought in Buccleuch to one of his best customers.
I'm down here in Brighton, so I'm coming to see Alex today, over in Kemp Town, which is only about a mile from the pier. I've got something that I know she's going to want on the back of the van.
I've had this shop here now for 5 years. What I've come to understand is quite simple, really, which is that all I do is express myself through what I buy.
Hi, Alex.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, Oh. Okay, Jules, watch that chandelier. Alex has been a favourite of mine as a dealer before I knew her. I was a little bit of hero worship for her, to be honest with you. Her look is so strong. What she does is so individual.
Wow, lovely.
What do you think?
Nice size. I think Drew is what I see as being sort of salt-of-the-earth, authentic dealers where you feel like you're getting something at source.
Should we talk money?
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'd like to pay.
Yeah.
500 for the pair.
500?
Yeah.
That's giving me a little profit, a little, like a little profit.
But that sounds good to me.
No, and I know you're not going to shift, are you? I'd like 600 quid for the pair.
Right.
550, you're not going to say, you're going to say no, aren't you?
I'd be happier with 5. And I know you like keeping your customers happy, don't you?
Yeah, regular customer, that's fine. I'd rather you have them, to be honest with you. I've made a little bit, so that's fine. That's
okay.
Not a huge profit, but Drew is happy to have passed such a unique item on to a dealer he respects.
She's doing something with the antiques trade, which is very unusual and extremely hard to do, which is giving a totally fresh, modern perspective. It's special, it's simple, it's beautiful, using fabulous old antiques. That's hard to do, and she makes it look effortless.
A couple of days later, and Drew's wife, Rebecca, is anticipating another new arrival to the shop, as the Morris Minor Drew bought in Coventry is delivered.
Another car, I've lost count. I don't think there's ever going to be a cut-off point where Drew says, I've bought too many cars.
But will Drew's weakness for this cute classic prove to be a good business decision?
500 yards down the road from our shop is a Morris Minor restorer, and then he is coming down to give me a price for the work on the car and to see if I bought it right in the first place. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Drew.
How you doing?
All right, mate.
So?
Yeah, well, you said it was a bit rough.
When I picked it up, I noticed there was a little bit more work than I'd initially thought. I was just excited when I first got it, you know.
Well, the outer undersill has gone...
The riggers have gone on it as well.
Back chassis shot. It's had the gold seal engine.
Yeah.
So the chances are that that's, you know...
It's done a load of miles.
Yeah.
I paid 800 quid for it.
Right.
I knew it was pretty ropey. If I'm going to pass it on, I need to be able to sell it at a bit of a profit. Do you think I could stretch it to maybe get £1,000 for it as it stands, or is that just way out?
Yeah, to the right person and someone who may be, you know, willing to do some of the work themselves.
I think I must have taken some hallucinogenics last time I looked at the Morris Minor, because unfortunately it was slightly worse than I remember. It's what I expected. It needs an awful lot of work, and I'm hoping it will go to somebody who will restore it. I'll never sell it to somebody who's going to cut it up for parts. The dog I bought from Peter, I knew where that was going to go and what I did with it. As soon as I got it, I sent a photograph to one of my regular clients, an international antique dealer. We had a sale this morning of one of the items I bought while I was away. How long was it in the shop?
About 32 seconds.
Yeah, and they were
Not
sold.
long.
Yeah, the full set of those unusual little pot jars. We doubled our money. That's fine. That's all right. The fabulous leather chair I bought from Golly, what I did with that, I have not a standing order, but pretty much from a foreign interior designer for any chairs of that period, and he took it immediately. You looked daft if he bit you.
A week later, and Drew has sold the Coventry car. Today, new owner Dave, who renovates Morris Minors, arrives to collect his latest project.
Here's me.
There you go.
Me prize and joy.
And the price? £800 and 50 pence. 50 pence more than Drew paid for it back in Coventry.
I'll soon get it back to A1 condition.
Dukes of Hazzard.
There's no real profit, but Drew's just glad to have saved another car from the scrapyard.
I've made a bit of a loss on it, but I don't care because I know you're going to save it. It'll be done.
Yeah.
So
well, as soon as it's finished, I'll send you a couple of photographs and posts.
I'd love to see it done.
Because I always do that.
Yeah.
I always send a photograph of the finished car when I finish it.
Oh, great. Well, I'd rather see it done and lose a few quid, and at least somebody's going to do something with it. So, look, thanks very much.
Thanks, Drew.
Cheers, fellas. Thanks for coming.
Then.
All right.
Thank you.
I love it when stuff sells quickly. It just makes it so much more fun. Sometimes it just isn't the money, it's finding out it goes somewhere you really didn't expect.
It's sold.
It's sold, it's sold. I didn't make any money on it. Well, there, 50p.
50p.
That was it.
So
Not the best business deal I've ever done, to be perfectly honest with you. Can't even buy a bag of chips.
No.
No.
And we can't retire.
No. Not off the back of that one, no.
On Salvage Hunters, Drew barters with a baronet.
No, 3.
4 would be better.
350's good.
He gets an adrenaline rush. A seasoned salvager gives him a run for his money.
I can be a buyer, I can be a seller. I can stack it high
Today
and
you're
keep
a
it
seller.
dry.
And the team is under pressure.
Put a piece of marble on it and we should double our money.
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Oh, it gets even better. Wow, nice original frame, no rot.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
Boom! Now that I would like to buy.
He'll even venture abroad into uncharted territory.
Skull. My family started this farm 1,200 years ago.
1,200 years ago?
There's nothing he won't buy.
They're in great shape, aren't they?
With help from his wife Rebecca and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems. It's springtime at Drew Pritchard's antique showroom in North Wales, and Drew and the team prepare for the highs and lows of the salvage season.
This week I'm going to be visiting 2 professional, experienced salvage dealers. It's always a challenge dealing with these guys. They know their margins, they know their prices, they know their market. What I have to do is find something that's more my market. That can be tough to do.
Drew has a new sidekick named T. They've been best mates since childhood.
I've worked for him on and off when he's busy over the years, delivering and picking up. And been on the roads fine, apart from his road rage.
It's great that Drew's now got T on board. They're a character together. So if Drew's feeling down, T can always cheer up anybody.
Today, they're off to Scotland. A mammoth 5.5-hour drive from base to Athol-Stanford in East Lothian.
What lovely place you're taking me to today?
We are going to see Sir David Kinloch. What's drawn me up here is the fact that he's a trader as well. He's a salvage dealer.
My name is David Kinloch, and we're at Gilmerton House in East Lothian. I have pieces which I feel are worth saving. I can't really do any more with them. It would be really great if they're going to live again. At least they're saved and they'll have a new life. That's what's important.
The family bought that land in 1625 or thereabouts.
Oh, yeah.
The house was built in the 1700s, so hopefully it's going to be, for me, my particular type of favourite house, which is a pure Georgian country house.
Gilmerton House is a Grade A listed building. It sits in 1,000 acres of land and is one of Scotland's grandest estates.
So you're very much like him in that you've had a knighthood and you've got 1,000 acres as well? Is that right?
I'm not a sir.
Okay.
Yet. He's a salvage dealer, but I don't know exactly what type of salvage he deals in, to be frank.
So it could be absolutely anything then?
Who knows, but, you know, the potential is there. Morton.
There we go.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Very nice indeed. Very
Check
nice.
that out. I like this guy already. Hang on. I'm a salvage dealer, he's a salvage dealer. Look at his house.
He has a complete extra floor that you don't have.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir David.
Drew.
Drew, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Hello.
T, how you doing?
Hello.
You all right?
Well, we're blessed with the weather.
Again.
Oh, lovely.
Again,
Great.
beautiful.
Do come in.
Thanks. Wonderful house.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome to Gilmerton House.
Great. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice.
Well, we're here to see some things you've got for sale. I believe it's more the salvage aspect of
Yes,
this.
yes.
But I also believe you've got a wonderful original room here we can have a look at.
Yes, I'd be delighted to show it to you.
Great. Lead on.
Yeah, come on.
The music room at Gilmerton has remained intact since 1750.
Wow. Look at that. This is untouched, isn't it?
Untouched by Victorians.
During the 19th century, it was popular for whole rooms to be dismantled and sold abroad.
They did try and buy this room at that time.
They did?
And of course, it wasn't for sale.
So what style is this in?
This is a sort of English variation on Rococo.
Yeah.
And then you've got neoclassical elements in there as well. So, the things we come to look at, is there anything in the house that's for sale in the...
Not in the house.
Nothing
no.
in the house?
But outside.
Well, we always get this. We get to look in the nice house.
Yes.
And then we end up in the shed. It's quite normal.
Okay.
So anyway, after if we could have a look there, that'd be great.
Great, OK.
Lovely.
Follow me then.
So it's clear Sir David won't sell anything from the living quarters. But fingers crossed there's something unique tucked away in a dusty corner.
This.
The old dining room, well, kitchen table.
Yeah, kitchen.
This used to be the kitchen, of course, and this is when we were children. We used to
kitchen prep
have
table.
our breakfast off.
Did you?
Yeah. A bit cleaner in those days, huh?
It was clear that Sir David wanted to sell the table, otherwise why would he show it to me? What I have to do is point out what's wrong with the table and where I've got to spend money to try and bring the price down to a place where I can make some money. There's a couple of things which aren't so good. This stuff on the top is oil. The other thing that does bother me is it's now got a central drawer pull there, but it did have drawer pulls to either side, which would have made it more original.
Just the ticket. This kitchen table was used by the Kinloch family for over 150 years. With such provenance, a restored table like this could fetch around £1,850.
It's that look which is just so good at the moment. It's in.
Okay.
Is this something you consider selling?
Yes. I probably would, actually. I probably would.
You could see it in his eyes like, it's a goer, I'll let that go. But when you're here, you can't take the mick, you've got to go, OK, a fair bid. 600.
The figure I had was 8.
Without that oil-infected top, yes, no problem at all. I mean, I can come up a bit, I'll go to 650, and it's going to take hours to empty as well.
You're going to love it.
I'm going to love it. Once this is done, I'm going to love it. This is a lovely, lovely piece of country.
I think it's right to be saved.
You happy to sell it at that price?
Absolutely, it's going to be saved. OK, great.
Thank you. We ended up at £650. Happy to pay that for it. Didn't really want to pay any more for it.
Drew's honesty has paid off. With the wheels of negotiation well and truly oiled, Drew and T are led outside to an old outhouse full of potential treasure.
Oh, now these I like. Yeah, it's a proper anatomical chart. I love his face. Look at that, going, oh, broke my arm. I need it to be in much better condition to make it saleable.
Well, we'll leave them there to get rediscovered.
But something I've seen there, this chopping block there.
That used to be in the kitchen, I remember it.
Is this for sale?
It is for sale.
In Drew's world, any original item from a country estate is a real gem. This mid-19th century kitchen prep table was used to roll out pastry and, once restored, could be worth around £800.
I do love the handles.
They are gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah, might not be the original, who cares? I mean, they just look great, don't they? OK, so for sale?
Yeah.
What do you want for it?
Six?
No. 6.
Are you okay?
6.
Feeling all right?
Yeah. 6. No, let's go mad. Give you the whole tenner. Definitely want to buy it. I actually have one on a wish list for a customer. They've said to me only 2 weeks ago, get me one like that. I'm not sure if it's big enough, but it's definitely in the ballpark of what they want. No, 6 is too much. 6 is too much. We're
okay.
6. No, 3.
4 would be better.
350's good. I think 350 is. Yeah. That's on the money.
Well,
that's
again,
on the money. I don't think I've got much work with it, so.
No.
Right.
OK, well, the reason that you're going to have it for that is because it's being saved again.
Brilliant.
Because it's just going to get destroyed being knocked about here.
And that was for how much? 3?
15!
Deal.
Thank you. Great. Nice and heavy, T.
Lovely, just what we like.
You like that?
Yeah.
So, another deal done on an original piece of Gilmerton history. But Sir David isn't finished with the master negotiator just yet.
Yep.
Saved.
Saved. More, please.
Good.
Hoping Drew will take the bait and share Sir David's passion for collecting old Ministry of Defence salvage, he takes him to his private collection.
What's down here?
These came from Chorley.
Yeah.
Emergency telephone boxes.
These emergency telephone boxes came from an old munitions factory and were a direct link to the fire brigade. Transformed into birdhouses or post boxes, they could sell for as much as £180 each.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
I like those. What would you want for one?
It would have to have at least 50.
Okay. They're a strange one. They're right up there on the list of weird things.
Yeah.
We'll take them.
We'll see how many there are. 1, 2, 3.
But they've all got to have the door attached.
Sure.
No breaks
mucking
or cracks
about, yeah.
on them, no messing on them,
Yeah.
and then we're fine. But that sort of
Absolutely.
money, we'll take them. All right. What else have we got down here?
Well, we have a couple of runway lights.
Okay. Okay, runway
runway
lights.
lights.
They look like glass landmines, don't they?
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
They do work, actually.
Yeah. No, they're good looking. Strangely, I bought a load of these last year.
Yeah?
Great big stillage full
Oh.
of airport lights and runway lights, tons of them for £100.
Oh, well done.
And we sold enough off to get our money back, and then the rest got chucked in the warehouse and forgotten about, so not for me.
Okay.
Not for me. Next place.
Okay, let's go.
Ah,
Now then,
those.
these came from Chorley, and they're the washhand basins. They're upside down, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're on the pedestals. They would sit on the pedestals, and they would all wash their hands in a circle.
Communal hand wash.
Communal hand wash, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen them in the past, and I've had these large sort of drinking fountains where there'd be a multitude of taps coming out and feeders, and you think, yeah, they're quite cool, and you sell them to clubs and things like that. Have they got like a central spout?
Yes, it's very. It's not very high. It's about that. Yeah. Slopes up about there.
This one, bit workaday, bit basic, bit heavy.
I believe they're about quarter of a ton each.
What would you want for one anyway?
I would like £100 each.
Financially, it's not going to work out. So, no.
Okay,
no.
that's good.
We'll leave
Okay.
them. We'll leave them. Okay. Okay with that? So when you're ready.
Down a second. Drew, it's been a great pleasure.
It has. I've really enjoyed today, actually. I really have. It was good fun, wasn't it? It was good fun.
Thank you very much
for
indeed.
taking us around your lovely house.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
It's been a
it's
real
great.
pleasure.
Was that exactly what you were looking for today, or were you expecting something different?
You just don't know, but we bought well.
When we pulled up, we did ring the police, though. And say someone's in a stolen van driving into my yard in a wreck.
Fresh from making a new salvage contact, Drew and T arrive back at base. They're welcomed by Enzo the dog, his wife Rebecca, and restorer Gavin.
Good, huh? This we bought up in Scotland from no less than Sir David Kinloch. The top here, it's got this nice piece of old sort of fossil stone. It's not the original. See how it doesn't fit? Very poor. Put a piece of marble on it and we should double our money. And you ready for this?
Yep. So this again, the baker's
Same thing.
same thing.
Unfortunately-
These childhood memories.
Yeah.
Wow.
3-plank top, sycamore, beech or maple. We can't tell because it's got that much oil in it. Nearly. You're coming to the end, T. It's good, isn't it?
That's a special find, that.
Yeah, it will be when it's finished.
These fit anywhere, or is it luck of the draw?
God almighty, we've got 2 comedians here now. That's all we got from him that's on the van. But we did buy 4 cast iron phone boxes.
So do you have to go back?
We'll have to go back, I think.
Drew's business relies heavily on the internet. Items that don't take long to restore, like the kitchen prep table, are quickly turned around for sale.
So this now fits correctly, snug, tight, flush, the colour's right.
With an empty van to fill up, Drew and T are off to face the challenge of another salvager. This time, it's a 2-hour drive north to Preston in Lancashire.
We're here today to see an old school salvager called Eddie Whiteside, and he is the real deal.
He's a bit like you in a way then.
We're fairly similar.
Kindred spirits.
Kindred spirits, yeah. He loves old stuff the way I love old stuff, and he decided to live in and around it, and you have to.
My name's Eddie Whiteside. This is Higher Walton, which is the rough end of Preston. And I do a little bit of salvaging as well.
I've heard he's built a lot of his property out of salvage.
Right.
And so I'm interested to see anybody who's done that. What I love about people who build stuff with salvage is they can completely see it, and other people can't.
Oh, here we go.
Just drive straight in. Blimey, look at those. They are incredible. I think we might be here a while. All right?
Yep.
Eddie, hello, how you doing?
Right,
Drew.
Right.
It's T.
And T.
How you doing?
All right.
How you doing? Hello, dogs. Come and say hello. Come on, come on.
No.
Well, I've heard a lot about your place.
Unfortunately, it's probably true.
Yeah. I'm pleased to be here. Everything just looks amazing as soon as I come through the door. I can't believe those gateposts.
They came from Bolton Steam Museum.
They're amazing looking.
Eddie is proud of his unique style, so he invites the boys to witness it firsthand at his house, which he built out of salvage.
I take it you like wood burning stove.
I do. Yes, I've got a lovely one in my house.
Well, I've got quite a nice one.
Oh
in mine.
my word.
It's a forest burning stove, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it started off as an air compressor cylinder, and then I've sort of added to it and converted it to a boiler.
It's wonderful. It's a thing of real aesthetic merit. It just is. It's good. Just putting these on as well.
Well, it's just...
Do you know what I mean? Just putting those... Why do you put those on?
Just to make it look like a boiler.
There you go. That's what makes it. That's what makes it brilliant.
But of course I didn't have the flanges, so I had to cut these out just from plate itself and then weld it all up.
That is, I have to say, one of the best conversions I've ever seen, bar none. What a brilliant thing.
So this is the spiral staircase.
Wow.
Now it started off with just a scrap piece of pipe, as I'm sure you can see,
Yeah.
with runs of weld down it to give it that bark effect. Now these pieces coming out from the side that support the steps, it's just scaffolding poles, just cut, welded and bent.
Meeting Eddie and dealing with him is just an absolute joy. It's like we're of the same mindset completely.
I'll just have a walk and see what you think.
Yeah.
Lights your candle.
Well, you know what it's like. It's just something that you think, well, I'd just fancy that. Yeah. There's so much stuff here that I like the look of.
Minus it's glass.
So how long has this taken you to build up, this collection?
I've been here about 35 years, but I wasn't always doing this. I'd gone from getting old farming machinery, tractors, fire engines, things like that, restoring them. But now I don't restore. I tend to save it as it is. I mean, I've even started saving things like this. They're actually becoming collectible.
We met a guy last year who collects cement mixers. Yeah.
Not into old industrial pulleys and things like that?
Not really. It's going to be the sort of the decorative side of things that I like. Yeah, they're good, aren't they, those ones? Because some of them have sort of decorative rondels on the other side as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Decorative wombles.
Well, you're a decorative one.
You're a decorative one.
Right for a womble,
Decorative
anyway.
rondels. They're like a little rosette there, and you'll get, you know, like a bullion shape or a rose shape or something like that. Oh, these are good. Look at those.
That was just the sides of a door where the two angels. It came from a Catholic school. And it's the sort of thing, although they're just going to be concrete, it can still give you like an interesting feature.
Yeah.
And it's like it replaces a lot of bricks, and it's unusual enough to make it worth your while shoving them in.
What's inside here then?
It's just things that have been saved from various mills.
Yeah, it's boiling, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
very hot. So this is a superb workshop.
It's just like your place, so it's stack it high and keep it dry.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Tell you what, I do like that.
Oh, the cast iron clock.
Yes.
A cast iron clock like this was used to synchronise every clock in a factory, but today could be a decorative piece for a restaurant or bar. It could be worth up to £350.
Is that something you'd be willing to sell?
I could certainly sell one of them.
Okay. What's it going to cost?
What's it worth to you?
Oh, come on, I can't be a buyer and a seller.
I can be a buyer, I can be a seller. I can stack it high and
Today
keep
you're a
it
seller.
dry.
I can see exactly what Eddie's trying to do. He's trying to get a price out of me before we go any further. I'm not going to give him that price. It's his item. I want a price from him first.
Come on, what's that going to cost me? Give me a ballpark figure, roughly.
I'll do that one for £1.5.
£150.
Yeah.
Sold.
I knew it would be.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Okay.
Getting the first purchase sale out of the way really does oil the wheels, and it just opens the doors for me. Perfect. Ideal icebreaker. Isn't that great looking?
Yeah. I think the batteries need changing, but...
You need a really big strap.
Yeah, your wrists.
Yeah.
So did you build all this?
I built the tower. I built the conservatory.
And this thing as well, that's pretty
Yeah, well, I've built that.
fantastic.
I had one single tall column that came off a building in Lancaster. So
Yeah,
that just happens to be some old cartwheel rims made up into the sphere. So it's turned it from junk
to something of
a bit of
interesting
an
beauty.
ornament, yeah.
I hope that's an AF spanner in there.
You Philistine. It's Whitworth. Whitworth. So all these steps you see are all heads and sills out of Lawrence's mill in Chorley. And it's just a case of it saves something else.
Yeah, that's a cracking bit of stone as well.
These two are the bottom of a font that came out of St Mary's Church in Pemberton.
Blimey. I haven't seen one of these in a while.
Well, there's not so many left now. It's one of the old Mortons, which was built on the 4-day series chassis. It's the diesel version.
So what is this, a
with the
hybrid
extended bonnet.
vehicle built?
It was built for the Forestry Commission, and it was just used for getting into places where it's quite difficult to get out of.
You're going to get it working?
Yes. This is just another bit of a thing. So you can't do everything at once, so sometimes you just got to, as something more important comes in, they get shoved further back.
Yeah.
Eddie is one tough nut to crack. If Drew finds more treasure, he has to play the next deal close to his chest.
I'll tell you what I do like, I know what these are.
Dear.
Big concave mirror, they were used in all sorts of things. Corners of factories, motorways.
No.
Where have these ones come from?
Search lamp.
Ah, really?
You had the big carbons at the front of them.
Using concave mirrors in searchlights has been common practice in the Royal Navy since the mid-19th century. The same process exists today in torches and headlights. Ones like these could sell for around £400 each.
They've got the brass stroke bronze frames around them as well. That hasn't been cleaned, so it's patinated because it's been outside. There's a bit of wear on the mirrors. It just doesn't get any better.
Patination is a fine coating of oxide on the metal rim and the back of the mirror. It occurs naturally and is so attractive it can really boost the price.
So what would it cost me to get you to part with all of these?
You have a try.
How about £150 a pop?
That's fair, and I'll shake your hand.
Thanks very much. I'm over the moon. I now own 3 really cool mirrors.
Moving on and into another outbuilding.
Can I dive in there?
Of course you can.
This is what I was looking at.
Okay, got that.
Got it?
Let me have the weight, thank you.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
Watch it, wire still attached to. Keep going, watch your step.
Mid-century industrial lamps that are larger than average are highly desirable and perfect for converted warehouses. They can fetch up to £375 each.
And then we turn around and there's another one. Brilliant. So you haven't got one good one, you've got a pair. Again, a pair is better than one. It just can sell better.
Do we like these?
I love those. They're super. Look at the size of it. It's just oversized, weird size. Not normal. Are these something that's for sale then, Eddie?
I suppose I could.
And what would you want for the pair? Because I wouldn't want to... I'd buy one, but a pair's much more attractive.
Yeah. I'll do them for £100 a piece.
£100 a piece. I ideally want you to pay £150.
Do 180 and you can have them.
Deal.
With that deal done, Drew is on a roll.
As we're walking through, a spot underneath this tarpaulin, a very, very, very ornate capital sticking out.
A capital is found at the top of a column. When sold as one complete item, the column becomes highly sought after. Originally from a lion's tea room, they could command up to £750 each.
They're beautiful, they're well made, they're rare, they're an unusual colour, there's a quantity of them. Again, you're presented with something that you just think, well, I've got to buy it. I think these are lovely, I really do. There's a little bit of damage.
I'll do your pair for 500 quid.
Okay, 500 quid. Wonderful.
I thought you'd like them.
Bit his hand off. Absolutely bit his hand off. I'll have them. Super. Wonderful.
wonderful decorative items. Very, very happy with that purchase. Come on, chap. Go on, off we go.
We've had a bit of banter, a bit of fun. It's nice to meet people of the same sort of mind, and it doesn't matter that he's doing it for a living, I'm doing it for a hobby, but as long as somebody's doing it, it's good enough.
Another long but hugely successful day. Eddie and his son Shane lend a helping hand.
Pass them up, I'll put them in the back here. Today is one of those days where you just think, thank God I do this for a living. I am so lucky.
So I'll be seeing you again, will I?
You'll be seeing me again for sure.
You'll be after your log burner before you know it.
Yeah, take a bit getting you through the door, though, eh?
Thank you very much.
Cheers, lads. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye-bye.
I'll let you out.
Well, there you go. What do you think of that?
That was amazing. He had loads of stuff, didn't he? You were happy as Larry today, you.
Some days are just good days. That's a good day. One of the best finds was those columns. 20 years ago, architectural salvage was rife. There was tons of it everywhere. There was buildings coming down. Now, it's very, very difficult. So to come across something that's been salvaged, that's of real quality, that's nearly as good as it gets, if not as good as it gets.
Arriving back at base, Drew's wife Rebecca and restorer Gavin are eagerly waiting to see what Drew's got for them this time.
How are we? How are you doing?
All right.
All right.
Yes.
Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of new stock.
Lots.
Lots. You can see already.
Oh, this is a great
This
week.
is a good one. We went to a guy up in Lancashire yesterday called Eddie, who just has a house that you wouldn't believe. Look at these old mirrors.
Shop mirrors.
No.
No?
They came out of a searchlight, and they're in these bronze frames. I don't want the sides polishing, I want them left completely alone. Okay. Love the colour, they're heavy. All right, I'll put those inside, Gav. There's 3 of those to cake off. Oh, cast iron clock from a factory. It's great, isn't it?
It's just, that's
Super,
one of the best clocks you've bought.
How many eyes have stared at this at clocking off time?
Yeah, 5 to 5.
Come on.
Do you know what Gavin does with our clock here? He turns it forward so it's 5 minutes fast.
If you leave that,
and I'm still here till 5:30.
What do you think of these?
Superb.
The globe on them is great. See all the sort of imperfections in the glass, totally original glass bowl on there. Ollie is going to be over the moon with those because it's different, it's interesting, heavy engineering. He's going to really like that. You know,
something out of the norm.
Saying that, he's got about 600 lights to restore already, hasn't he?
He just pulled his finger out, didn't he?
These came from him as well. These are fantastic. These are terracotta. So we'll need to get the trolleys on, but what I want to do, Gav, don't take them out inside because we'll need to jet wash these and then brick acid them to get them back up.
So Gavin does what he's told. First, he makes a start on the terracotta columns, giving them a vigorous scrub, and then applying a coat of acid to loosen the caked on grime.
It gets really into the grain, gets all the mud out of the grain, so it does help a lot. As you can see, it's cleaned it up quite well.
In just a short time, Gavin's transformed them from this to this.
These have come out really well. It's what I expected them to look like. It's the condition I expected them to be in. They're pretty beaten up just because of the nature of their manufacture. They're going to end up with chips and marks and crazing, but they're very good looking.
Next up, Alex the French polisher's arrived to tackle the tough task of restoring the oil-ravaged kitchen table from Gilmerton House.
Just using a razor blade to try and shave some of the surface off. The stain's obviously still quite prominent, so we've got one more thing to try. We'll put some methylated spirits on, let it sink in through the surface, set it alight, let it burn off, and hopefully that'll burn off as much moisture as we can get out. It's looking a lot better, so we're going to repeat the process and hopefully it'll come up to scratch.
Today, Drew gets an unusual call. It's from a chap at a wildlife park, of all places, who wants to get rid of some junk. So they take a gamble on the unknown and drive 4 hours south to Broxbourne in Hertfordshire.
Today, we are going to the Paradise Wildlife Park.
Antique tigers.
No antique tigers, but there is a Speedway Museum.
Oh, nice. Do the meerkats ride the motorbikes?
They've got incredibly well-trained monkeys.
Oh, right. So not dissimilar to you?
No. You know, it could be good, because then there's the whole zoo thing, and what if they've got old zoo things? I don't know what you can find. Right, here we are. There you go. Rock and roll. We've got to find a guy called Steve.
I'm Steve Sampson, I'm a director of Paradise Wildlife Park. Without a doubt, we've got plenty of junk, but whether it's the right type of junk, only time will tell.
Steve.
Morning, Drew. Good to see you, mate. Morning, T.
How are you, mate?
Welcome to Paradise Wildlife Park.
28 years ago, Steve's family saved Broxbourne Zoo from closure. It's now an animal conservation park.
Drew promised meerkats on motorbikes.
What, meerkats on
Before they get stuck in, the chaps are offered a unique opportunity to meet the locals.
I would be lying if I wasn't saying meeting the lions that close up and feeding them isn't a little bit terrifying. But it's the type of terrifying that you think, that's quite fantastic.
Oh, what?
Look at those claws.
Amazing. I don't eat meat, so handling the horse meat they feed them was a little bit odd. But again, I think it was worth it just for the experience of feeding such a beautiful and stunning animal.
Lay your hands up flat for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you do this because I don't eat meat.
I want you guys to come around this way for me. I want you to hold your hands up nice and flat to the fence, OK? Trust me. Ridiculous.
Wow.
OK.
With all 10 fingers still intact and racing with adrenaline, the boys are fully charged to get down to business.
These chairs, interestingly, came from the dome. And then we've got building materials. Here we've got fencing panels. These are boxes for moving cats and things.
OK. This stuff, none of it's for me.
Right.
What I need is something that's got a bit of age to it.
Let's go to another area and we'll have a look there and see what we can find.
Brilliant. Wonderful.
Lead on. We've got a workshop where we make all new bits and pieces, but we've got loads of stuff in storage around here, so we might find something.
Brilliant. Too new.
No, we're not.
It's all too new. It's the sort of look,
yeah,
but it's too new. The real reason we're here is the Speedway Museum, which interests me no end.
I want you to introduce you to my dad, Peter. Peter, this is Drew.
Peter,
good to see you, Drew.
T. Nice to meet you. But there is a major problem with museums is they don't sell anything. Blimey.
Yeah,
Wow.
it dates back from 1928 up to modern times.
It's absolutely everything I like, all rolled into one. You've got history, engineering, really cool old bikes. That's a flat track Douglas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at this, the tensioner there for the suspension and their Springer front end. Horizontal twin.
Yeah.
That's superb. This is just one of the most unusual things I've seen in
It's a super
years.
thing.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Are these easier to find? So bikes of this era now coming through here, are these much easier to find?
Yeah, but even these now, these have got gyro engines.
Yeah.
And even these now are becoming sort of antique-ish now, because this started in the late 60s up until the 70s.
Do people still race the classics?
Yeah.
Would they still race these?
You've got people of well-matured age that still go out and ride these bikes.
So what about the ice bikes?
Well, the ice bikes I think are a bit special. But
yeah.
You just put your fingers on those spikes and...
that's really
you'd be
sharp.
pretty upset if one of those went over your leg. To go and watch it, it's pretty spectacular stuff.
Just like your normal head, but less shiny.
The whole thing encompassed for me another whole era, something that's never going to happen again. Is this something I could buy?
To be honest, no.
Wherever I go, there's always something that I like which isn't for sale. If it feels right, I'll always ask, and maybe even ask again, because you never know. Sometimes it does work, you just have that slight change of mind.
OK.
But then, high up in the rafters, a bunch of racing bibs have piqued his curiosity.
Those are great looking.
Yeah.
Since the early 1920s, bibs or race jackets have been used to identify the riders and their teams. In good condition, bibs like these could reach £100 each.
Do you have any like that for sale? They're special, they're different, they're cool, they're funky. Nobody else is going to have them.
Not really.
It's a museum, I can't buy it, I must respect Peter and what he's done and walk away from it.
Lovely to meet you.
Joy to meet you.
Lovely to
Thank you
meet
for
you.
showing us
And
around.
come again another day. Thank
I
you.
will do. Cheers.
After yet another failed deal and the prospect of an empty van rearing its ugly head, Drew really needs this last container to come up trumps.
There's some historical stuff. It's signed memorabilia. There's just stuff stored in here.
Jeff Hurst.
And then there's...
Ah, now you're talking. This is more of interest to me. What's that? Oh, hang on, it is. He signed it as Muhammad Ali across that one. I'm sure it's going to command some high money. It's got to. It just has to.
Altogether, these sports memorabilia photos could bring in around £600.
So these two then?
Yep.
What are we looking at for that pair?
I tell you what I was in my mind. I was thinking 250 for the pair. No?
No.
Where would you be prepared to go to?
Because that one doesn't have much juice in it for me. So if I came up to 180, I'm happy.
I'm happy too. We got a deal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.
Nice one. We'll have those.
Lovely job.
Cool.
And they're not too heavy to put in the van.
In this job, you do get thrown into some very strange places. So today we've done lion, speedway, boxing. It's an odd one.
Thanks very much. You've been really good.
Anytime.
All right,
You guys
see you later.
see you again.
Thank you. Thanks, mate. Bye.
Go on, baby. Seatbelt. Seatbelt. What a strange day. Even by our reckoning, that's an odd one.
It is. But yet again, very nice people.
Aren't they lovely?
Oh, amazing. Oh, he
Gentlemen.
loved those bikes. No way was he going to sell you one of them bikes.
How did you feel about that lion thing?
I was wondering why they didn't make us sign a disclaimer saying, if I get eaten by a lion, it's my own fault. So those pictures, what are you going to do with them?
The Jeff Hurst one sold as is.
Yeah.
But the other three, I'm going to split them up.
A new day, and with it the realisation that the van is virtually empty. Only the photos from the wildlife park are in the back, and Drew doesn't want to go home empty-handed. So he decides to follow up on a call and drive 200 miles north to Cleckheaton in West Yorkshire.
So where are we going to today then?
We're going to see a father and son team.
I'm Alan Owen, and we're in West Yorkshire.
They've also got a house in there that they're rebuilding. And part of that was a really, really, really ancient brewery.
We've got a closed brewery.
It's a closed brewery.
That's a terrible thing.
That's a sad day, isn't it?
Oh, it's awful. I feel like crying.
Up in Yorkshire here, it is one of the most beautiful bits of the whole country.
So, you know, I think we're in Bronte land if we're in West Riding.
Are we?
The Brontes would have been just somewhere north of this county, I think.
The Bronte sisters?
That's the ones, yeah.
Okay.
They've released a compendium of assembled works by them.
Have they?
Yeah, and they called it the Brontosaurus.
Very good. Is that your last joke of the day?
That's me.
Are you done?
That's it, I'm having a kip now.
You spent?
Yeah, having a bit of a lie down.
Thank God for that. In this job, everything's worth something. It's got to be really worth something to make us bother doing it. And here we go. You never know.
Potential.
Building work going on. Paul?
Fine.
I'm Paul.
Drew.
Alan.
Yeah,
pleased to meet
How
you.
you doing?
T, pleased to meet you.
Right.
How are you doing?
Right, so we've come from your call, and up to you now, guys. What have you got? Let's have a look around.
We've got the weather.
Have a look. We've got the weather. Always. It's beautiful around here, isn't it?
Yeah, just watch your step here.
All right.
Paul and Alan have a hunch about the things Drew might like, so they take him straight to what they reckon will light his fire.
Yes, I like those. These are balconette panels. See this here? That notch there would have had a handrail fitted to it at one time or another. A timber handrail across there, you can feel the curve. This one looks all right. Is this something that's for sale?
Yes.
It is? This can be sold?
Yes.
OK.
Late 19th century balconette panels adorn the sides of terraces and balconies. Highly sought after for their ornate design, with minimal restoration they could fetch around £140 each.
OK, so how much do you want for these?
I haven't really got a figure in mind. I'd like you
Okay.
to bid me on them.
All right. I would bid you on these if we kick off at 300.
Each?
No, not each. No, for the lot. So 50, 50, 50, 50, 50.
No.
No? No. OK. So where do you want to be then?
I would have thought there'd be a minimum of 100 each.
A minimum of 100 each, so 600. If I said 5.5.
OK.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Happy?
Happy.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
Right, yeah, we'll have those, T. You'll be pleased to know you've got to put them on the van.
Can we buy something heavier?
Would have liked to get them a lot cheaper. I put a cheeky bid in because you never know, but I knew I was going to have to pay 400 to 500 quid. So 550, fine. I'll live with it because I've got a customer. Those I like the look of.
These cast iron street lamps were most likely taken from outside the old brewery. They were originally gas, but converted to electricity in the early 20th century. They could be worth up to £750 a pair.
Price.
Back to you again.
Couple hundred quid.
You can do a little bit better. 300.
300. Tell you what, I'll come up a lot better. 275, yes. Sell?
Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, there you go, T. Nice and light.
So far, so good. Just one last area to search through.
Ooh. Fiat.
Interesting. 1600 twin cam. It was a Formula One racing engine, and the car was hand-built by Pininfarina.
That's a rare
with
beast.
With a Maserati engine. I think right-hand drive, there's maybe 3 in the world.
That is a rare beast.
Drew was suitably impressed.
How long have you had this?
30 years, maybe.
So how old is it?
The car's in 1961.
Have you noticed what it looks like, what car it looks like as well? It looks like an MGB, doesn't it? But the front there's got like early Ferrari overtones, hasn't it, over the whole thing, but Bertoni. I think it's a little honey, to be honest with you. I think it would be worth quite a lot of money. With the Maserati engine, that body and the nice history, it's got to be 40 to 50,000 pounds. It's got to be. You know, there's only 3 or 4 of them around. It's got to be.
Around this side.
It's all the engine parts.
The ladder that's from the coach house that went into the loft.
Yeah, these are called
ladders.
No, it's not ladders. No. Jacob's ladder. See, smart ass.
Oh.
Jacob's ladder. I get offered them all the time, but that was really quite a big one.
A Jacob's ladder is a biblical reference about a ladder to heaven which Jacob dreamt about. Because of its size and condition, this one could sell for up to £450.
I like that, actually. Is that for sale?
We were going to use it in the house, but I don't think we are now, so yeah.
They're not uncommon. I think I've been offered a couple in the last year. They do turn up on barn conversion, so I would top out like 100 quid.
I would probably think maybe double that, I suppose.
No, I can't go to £200. I think I'd be pushing it 120, and that would be me done.
Meet halfway, 150?
Yes.
OK.
We'll have a go at it for 150 quid, why not?
Good.
OK, T?
Yeah.
I get to go to wonderful, beautiful areas of the country. I get to meet really nice people, and I get to buy beautiful things. I mean, really, you know, what a wonderful thing to do. All right, T.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying getting T covered in muck and dust and making him load the van. Right, thank you, fellas.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Drew.
And you, chaps.
Nice to meet you.
Brilliant, thank you.
Nice
Really
to
enjoyed
see you
it. Yeah,
again.
brilliant stuff, by the way.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
It's not often we get a nice little pile of really good items like that.
Good.
I'm glad.
Well, please.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good trip.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What do you think of that, then?
It was lovely.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, really nice people.
Have you noticed how every day you're completely covered in crap?
Yes, and you're not. Yes.
Years of experience.
Yes.
There are a decent amount of very unique items in the van, so Drew returns home with his reputation intact and some interesting tales to tell.
At the end of the day, it's always a relief where I can go back to the showroom with a full van. I don't want the guys to think we're not out there doing our job, and I want to bring them back lots of things to sell.
Little does Rebecca know, though, that car and motorbike-obsessed Drew has been nosing around a Speedway museum.
Do you remember that call we got? Paradise Wildlife Park?
Yeah.
Autographs. So he's got a zoo, wildlife park, and a Speedway museum in the middle of it.
You must have been in your element.
He let me sit on the bike.
Oh.
Wow. Not on the one I wanted, the Douglas, which is just beautiful. And we fed lions, raw meat.
Yeah, big lions.
Massive lions, big, scary lions. But we didn't buy much, but we did get these. I'm going to take them all out, frame them individually. This is my favourite one, signed Muhammad Ali across the centre of it. So we've been up to Cleckheaton near Leeds, and this came from there. It's a Jacob's ladder in pitch pine.
We've got a customer who actually would use it as a ladder.
Let's have a look at the bottom.
Just square that off.
Cool, OK. Well, there was that. We got quite a lot more from them, actually. Got these as well.
Very good.
All I want to do with these, Gav, clean, water, brush down. They're just in ready to rock condition. We don't need to do anything else to them. These are a pair of cast iron, sort of stable yard, courtyard, lamp standards, lamp posts, and they're a matched pair, same height.
Nice, these.
Do you like them?
Yeah.
This week, a great week. Every single item that I've got is an absolute winner. Lots and lots of work for Gavin. In particular, we've got the cast iron lamp standards with the swan neck fitting.
Gavin doesn't have the kit to remove 150 years' worth of paint and grime from the lamps, so he takes them off-site to a specialist restorer.
Because these things are made of cast iron and there's rust in them, we need to use something with a little bit more bite. So what we use is recycled bottle glass.
White suits me best.
People can bring us in things that look like they're ready for the skip, and within minutes we can turn it round and make it into something that you can see the underlying beauty in it.
I'm really happy with the way these have come out. John saved me at least 3 days' work on these and a lot of elbow grease. I'm going to take them back to the shop now, just give them a quick burnish, get a bit of a shine on them, get some lacquer on them so they don't rust, and then Rebecca's going to photograph them.
Drew either does the very bare minimal or, in this instance, go back to the raw state. You look at the item and you just go, oh, that's just the best.
The balconette panels, we have an existing client for those. He said whenever I get them, call him, send him pictures. So all Gav's got to do is wipe their nose, really. We'll photograph them, send him a picture, see how we get on, but I'd be very surprised if he doesn't buy them.
The 6 19th century balconette panels were sold to a property developer in France for £850. In the showroom, Alex, the French polisher, shows the boss the fruits of his labours on the kitchen table from Gilmerton House.
We've scraped it, we've bleached it, put the acid on it, we burnt it when you weren't here. Did everything we could to get as much oil out as possible.
So this is just really, really impregnated that you can't get it out now.
It's just too deep. We've got everything we could out.
And that you've repaired the drawers.
Yep, repaired the legs.
I think it looks authentic. I think that's the key to this, is it looks real, but it's clean, it's clear that you could use it. Excellent, lovely. Good job, as usual.
And Ollie has been working his magic on the industrial lights from Salvager Eddie.
Oh, yes. Well, that's perfect. I love this light coming out of here.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really nice on a high ceiling.
One of the best items I got was this pulse clock.
The late Victorian cast iron factory clock was sold to a restaurant in Aberdeen.
It's a beautiful decorative clock, and Gav set the hands to 10 to 2. It smiles at you. It's just more aesthetically pleasing to look at something that's slightly happier.
A load of stuff comes in, but a hell of a lot more stuff has gone out. So my job is to keep a constant procession of stock coming through the place. And the next week I'll be back with another van load.
On Salvage Hunters.
Wow.
Drew's captivated by a Northumberland country house.
This house just gets better. Oh, is that too horrid?
That is.
Sorry.
And baffled at the English-Scottish border.
Is that Scotland there?
Could well be.
Or is that Scotland there? Can't decide.
There are mysteries to be solved at a mid-Wales mansion.
That's such a shame. This is a seriously good find.
And deals to be made in Derbyshire.
Oh, wow, look at this. Come on, you're a dealer. You're going to sell them or not?
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Oh, that's interesting. That's astonishing.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
Oh, wow, look at this, T.
Chase it, bang. Get in.
He'll cross land.
Whoa, it's all gone down my back. There we go.
This is fun, Drew.
And water.
Heads down.
In his hunt for treasure.
Go on, then. Hit me with a price.
There's nothing he won't buy.
I mean, it has been deactivated.
With help from his wife, Rebecca, and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems. It's a Monday morning in Conwy, North Wales. An antique salvager, Drew Pritchard, is preparing to hit the road in search of more stock for his shop. This week, Drew's made plans to visit a number of new business ventures. Fledgling businesses with a fresh take on antiques could make for an interesting salvage opportunity. But as ever, Drew's aware of the potential stumbling blocks.
I'm always intrigued when people have new business ideas and look at different ways of making money from architectural salvage and antiques. I'm also like the fact that a lot of people who own country houses are now diversifying and finding new ways of making money. But I've got to deal with business people buying this week, and it's going to be very, very difficult for me to make a profit.
Drew's salvaging companion and designated driver is his best friend, T. They're heading to Northumberland and the village of Bellingham to visit Hesley-side Hall, the ancestral home of the Charlton family.
Who are we meeting at Hesley-side Hall today, then?
We're meeting William and Anna.
Anna and I and our 3 little children moved here about 1.5 years ago, but the Charltons, my ancestors, have been living here for the best part of about 670 years.
Set 12 miles from Hadrian's Wall, amid grounds landscaped by celebrated 18th century landscape architect Capability Brown, Hesley-side has been occupied by the Charltons since the 12th century reign of Richard the Lionheart.
They possibly want to do some development to the outbuildings and the house. So they've said, would you be interested in just coming and having a look at some of the furniture and the overspill?
Oh, nice.
It is a great privilege living here, especially to have our children growing up here, to wake up every morning and have fantastic views. But it does come with a lot of responsibility and hard work.
It's lovely, but could we go somewhere warm occasionally?
Oh, man. If I could go and buy antiques in Barbados or somewhere, we would, but unfortunately we can't.
Just buy rum in Barbados, I think I'd do it.
Oh, look at that. Park the van right in the front here. Yeah. Let's make the place look untidy.
There you go.
Got your thermals on?
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
William. Drew.
Hello,
Nice
welcome to Hesley-side.
Anna, pleasure.
Hi.
How you doing? The house is stunning. This setting, wow.
It is lovely.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
we're very lucky.
then you come into this? Wow. Well, tell me, how did this come about?
What is this all about? Well, the stained glass windows you're looking at there, they are the family crests of all the women that my ancestors would have married, neighbouring estates.
I haven't managed to get on it yet.
No. It's just stunning. And it looks like, I mean, I can't keep out of this room as well.
Do you come and have a look?
Yeah. Wow. I know, do people just walk in here and do that?
Yeah, there's a lot of stargazing.
That's beautiful. That's incredible that survived.
Well, this room was once used for storage, I think, in the war, and there were lots of candles here, so the whole of that was just candle black. And my grandparents set about cleaning it all off, and I think it survived remarkably well.
That's amazing. And then you just look down, you know, you've got the proper avenue there and the tree-lined driveway.
It's Capability Brown.
Wow, this house just gets better.
Especially when it's snowing.
Yeah, the snow adds to it, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, I know that we're here to sort of see the house, but I know we're here for another reason, really, aren't we? So I'm fairly sure there's nothing in the house for sale.
Yeah, not right now.
Not right now. You never know, but OK. All right, OK.
As I say, it is very much a family house, but a house like this has to earn a living. Yeah. So we're thinking maybe in the future events or weddings, and we've got some outbuildings which are just filled with bits of detritus, and we're thinking maybe we'll clear those out and turn them into holiday lets so other people can come here and enjoy this lovely landscape.
Yeah, we want to share it.
Yeah.
William and Anna lead the way to the outbuildings, which Drew hopes will yield some bespoke country house salvage for his showroom.
Right, come on in here,
More
Drew.
storage.
Storage.
Just stuff.
Just stuff, yeah.
Great. Now I can spot that repair. It's had some work. That's got a half-decent sort of look to it, hasn't it? It's been overpainted, but it could scrape back, I suppose. Just an unusual drawer configuration on it, isn't it?
I haven't really noticed it before now.
This Victorian chest of drawers is made of pine and is missing its original handles. Unrestored, it could sell for around £250.
Not hugely valuable in this state, unfortunately. 100 quid, max, to be honest with you, on that one.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not using it.
No, neither am I.
Yeah. What do you reckon? That's all it would be worth to me, I'm afraid, but no,
Yeah,
it's
you'll
not a
have to do
great
some
deal of
work
money.
on it, won't you?
Yeah, it needs quite a lot of work. I need to sort of try and make 50 quid out of it.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
It's probably where I'm at with it, to be honest with you.
If I just
Just
took the
wanted to-
first price you offered, I'd be looking like a mug, so I could go 120.
You could.
Yeah? What would happen
It's not going to happen.
So we meet in the middle at 110?
Yeah. Deal. Thank you.
OK.
Hooray,
There
we've
you
found
go,
something.
That one really isn't about the money. What it's really about is putting another piece back into the trade, putting something into the business and recycling that piece again. That's what's really the effort and the point of it.
It's a reasonable start, but the team press on through the outbuildings in the hope of finding something even better.
Come and have a look in the old kitchen, which is through here. Stuffed dead animals.
A lot of them.
Lots of them.
Taxidermy, the art of preparing, stuffing and mounting the skins of animals, was hugely fashionable in the Victorian era, when mounted animals became a popular part of interior design.
Oh, and the scary, cat, wild
Very
cat thing.
scary.
God, that's freaky, isn't it? I'm looking for a paper label on the back, hopefully.
Bird stuffer.
John Morton, bird stuffer. It's worth buying anything that has bird stuffer on it. I'll pay for that. Is that too horrid?
That is...
Sorry.
No, our kids go, oh, the scary cat.
Yeah,
God, it's terrifying, isn't it?
pretty scary.
That's pretty horrible.
It's different.
But it's so bad it's good, isn't it?
Would
No.
you have that in your house?
No.
Exactly.
Do we buy something just because it makes us laugh?
It depends.
No. Yes. Thanks, but no. All right.
Deciding to pass on the scary cat, the salvagers are led to the old sawmill, where William is confident that there is something else that will take Drew's fancy.
Oh, great smell.
Yeah, isn't it? It's lovely.
Nice.
There's quite a quirky thing in that corner I would like you to have a look at.
Here. Ah, huge bellows. They come up a lot. I don't think anybody knows quite what to do with them, and they always end up in the corner of sheds. Yeah. They've got a value. They do have a value, but it's not the sort of thing I'd buy, but they are nice.
They're fun.
They're fun, until you have to put them in the back of the van or sell them. Yeah. And they just lose their appeal completely. Not for me, guys.
No, that's all right.
Keep looking.
We'll keep looking.
going.
Yeah. I mean, we've been here a while now, and it's an expensive process to come up here. So, you know, people's wages, and you've got diesel and all these different costs to think about. So to find one, you know, fairly mediocre little piece of furniture is not really enough for me. I've got to find something else, and it's not looking good, to be honest. OK, all right, thanks. Where next?
Having exhausted the outhouses, William and Anna take Drew back to the house in a final attempt to make the Northumberland trip worthwhile.
So, Drew, we've got a few mothballed rooms over here, and I think it's worth just having a quick poke in one or two of them.
OK.
One in here.
Ooh, yes.
Good scale electrics.
Those. That's lovely, but those.
Yeah, we quite like those as well.
These are fab.
They're good looking, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I think they're really rather nice. Just a great shape. Love the colour. They for sale?
To be honest with you, I showed you this one because I thought you might like those, because we really like them, but we haven't really got a use for them, so for the right price, they might be for sale, Drew.
OK.
This pair of 19th century ebonized wooden waterfall bookcases are so called because of their graduated construction. Restored, they could sell for around £3,000.
So if we said sort of How about 900? How does that grab you?
We're thinking 1,200, 1,300.
It's a really difficult one.
The Salvage Hunters are in Hesley-side Hall in Northumberland, England's most sparsely populated county. Drew's scouring of the outbuildings has yielded one moderate purchase.
Deal. Thank you.
OK.
But these waterfall bookcases could make today's salvage hunt really outstanding.
We're thinking 1,200, 1,300.
Just a great shape. I'll tell you what, look, no messing about. £1,200, I'll buy them.
£1,200, we'll sell them.
Deal. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
There you go. That was worth coming for.
It was.
People think that, you know, because they have this house, they're loaded. They're not. Do you have any idea how much it costs to run a house like this? Huge amounts of money. So I'm more than happy to pay them the right price for it. And I think that's the right price. I really do feel that's the right price. And it does leave a margin in it for me because there's very little restoration on them. OK, I think we'll go and get the van round.
Lovely, yeah.
Very nice.
Glad you like them.
Oh, over the moon with those.
Excellent.
Fab. Right, yeah.
Oh, ho, ho.
I think one of us needs to go on a diet tea.
Certainly not me, I'm slim.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Bye now. Good journey.
I would say that is a very successful day. Those waterfall bookcases are really why I do this job.
Isn't the downside of a waterfall bookshelf the fact that you haven't got that many books on waterfalls?
It's niche.
Niche, yeah, it's very specific,
niche.
yeah.
The following day, Drew and T brave the freezing conditions to continue their journey northwards in pursuit of a good salvaging lead.
Is that Scotland there?
Could well be.
Or is that Scotland there? Because the sea was... Hang on, no, where's the sea?
Yeah.
Scotland's there.
Yeah, yes. I'll go with that.
Lucky we got a sat nav.
Yeah.
The duo are still in Northumberland and heading to Ford, near the English-Scottish border, to see an antique store from which several dealers operate under one roof, all overseen by one entrepreneurial antiques enthusiast.
We're up here to see a guy called Keith Allen. He runs an antiques concept business out of a converted dairy in a little village called Ford.
Very nice.
We have a great love of reclamation, but sadly, reclamation has changed a lot over the last few years, and so when we came here, we thought we had to do something just a little bit different.
Keith and his wife Lynn were inspired to open the shop after visiting concept stores in Antwerp, Belgium, where retailers pride themselves on having a diverse range of quirky stock.
Maybe it's a stylised skip.
Who knows? You know, I want to be surprised and interested and see something new. Here we go, the old dairy, architectural antiques, vintage and interiors.
Nice.
Coffee shop and champagne bar.
I'll be there then while you're scurrying around like a skip rat.
Hello.
Keith.
It's Drew.
Drew, how you doing?
All right.
Well, we've dragged ourselves up here, which is beautiful, by the way. But we've come to see your concept architectural and antique store.
Well,
which interests me.
Yeah.
In the snow.
In the snow, yeah.
Yes, welcome to Arctic Northumberland.
So really, I mean, I can see the coffee shop there. I usually want to dive straight in there.
Yeah,
Cakes,
and
coffee.
vouch for that, yeah.
But I think first we'd like to go and have a look around the shop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keith takes Drew and T to the main building, which houses stock from over a dozen dealers.
So, Drew, this is the barn, as we call it. It's a great space, and it allows us to...
oh, yeah, there's more than you think in here, isn't there?
Cram in quite a bit in here.
Yeah, yeah.
But with Keith acting as their intermediary, the prices may be fixed and the scope for haggling limited.
Yeah. I thought that might interest you, Drew.
Let me guess, are you talking about the huge sink?
Yes.
Yeah.
Teak. Solid teak, Victorian sink.
It's very... Does it come out of a school or something like that?
No,
Big country house?
No, it came from the Egyptian embassy in London. And during the 1950s, when we had the Suez crisis, the embassy was sealed off and locked up. It was only in the last few years that they went down into the basement and actually found it and actually got it out and it was salvaged. But it is an old one. I mean, it's a Victorian one.
It is. It is. So how come it's still here then? Because you've had that a while then.
I just like it so much.
Just like it. Oh, it's not for sale.
It's for sale.
I don't like
it's
it
for
that
sale.
Just out of curiosity, how much is it?
Well, do you know, I paid 1,500 quid for it.
Oh dear. Let's stop. Those big sinks there would be a difficult sell. I need things I can shift, you know, straight away. Absolutely nothing wrong with the item, a fabulous item for the right place, but very, very small pool of buyers for something like that. Oh, I like these. Do you like those two?
Yeah.
They're cool, aren't they?
Drew's always interested in chairs. He's a big fan.
Everybody needs to sit down. It's, you know, bums on seats. I like those. They're good shape, aren't they?
This pair of late 1950s armchairs were made in France and feature their original vinyl covering. They could sell for approximately £400.
He's asking £295. What sort of leeway do you have price-wise with your dealers?
I've got a bit of leeway.
Is it 10% or more?
Yeah, I can do a bit more than 10%.
I'd need to chop a lump off that, to be honest. I'd be at 195. I know that's a big discount.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Even though they're cool,
yeah,
love the colour, not sure there's, because the vinyl will sets them at a value. You know, that's it, they have a value. They're not going to ever get over that, so it's always worth asking. You can always say no. You don't have to say.
I haven't completely said no yet. I might split the difference with you. What about that?
No.
No?
No, I can't. I think that's all their money. I just need to think about it. Usually I make a snap decision within a second, a split second, and say yes or no. But with those, I just like them so much. My brain is saying, I really like them. My business brain is saying, don't touch them. Tricky. Can't decide, which is unusual. Usually I decide in a second. Can't decide on these.
They're too comfortable, you see.
They are comfortable. You're right. No, they are comfortable. I'm going to go round and think about them.
Yeah, all right.
How's that?
With his ability to make a deal curtailed by the fixed prices, Drew continues through the store in search of some cheaper options.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if you've sort of seen the sort of things like, there you go. There's something I like straight away. That's lovely. The mirror.
Yeah, a little dressing mirror.
Yeah. Vintage mahogany dressing mirror. A bit of sun bleaching and whatever else to it. Original pieces, original buttons on there. Nice thick veneer. They put vintage on this. It's actually very, very early.
These are nice.
19th century.
This mahogany dressing mirror is labelled as vintage, which implies that it could be up to 100 years old. However, Drew suspects that it may date as far back as the early 19th century, and with some restoration, could be worth around £150.
So, £35. £35. Sold.
OK.
Not even going to bother trying to make money off that.
I think you might have a find there, Drew.
Yes, I think so. Every now and again, you get a bargain. And I got one today. You know, your hands up. I did. Perfect. You can carry it.
Oh, lovely.
I think it's sort of, how can I put it, sort of antique karma. That I think if I'd have bid the guy really hard on something that was already cheap, he'd have probably knocked some money off. But that'll come back and bite you, I'm sure.
The fixed prices may have started to work in Drew's favour, but he has yet to come to a decision about the vinyl chairs, and Keith needs to speak directly with the owner of the items before bringing the price down any further.
I love their form. I like the size. I like everything about them. Condition is fantastic. It's just their vinyl. They have a certain value, and that value can't be exceeded. So really, no matter how much I like them, it's only a couple of £100, I do need to think about it in a business sense as well.
Drew Pritchard is salvaging in Northumberland, in the extreme north of England. At Keith Allen's antique concept store, he's agonising over some expensive vinyl chairs.
Can't decide.
But has Keith convinced the owner to part with them at a price that Drew is willing to pay?
So, these chairs, you've been to have a chat with the guy?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, do you know, He's reluctantly said yes.
Brilliant. So I'll take them. Thank you. Thanks for that.
He's happy to let them go.
Yeah, that's great. I'm going to get barracked when I get back to the shop. Why are you doing buying vinyl chairs? But hey.
He's got a knack, all right. You know, you can go into a room where there's hundreds of items, and to pick just the right thing out for you isn't easy, and he's definitely capable of doing that.
Would I make a special trip to come up here again? Yes, it's great.
Very nice. We have 4 boxes of scones.
The bonus is they've got a wonderful little coffee shop where you can get a cake on site, and that bit of the concept, I think, was great.
Oh, lovely scones.
They were good.
Can we go on more jobs with scones on?
Yeah, every single job from now on, that's it. If it's not in a cafe, we're not going.
The Northern Salvage Hunt has been a real success, and with a van full of stock, the salvaging team return home to North Wales.
Welcome.
Hello.
After a quick unload...
195 quid for the pair, 10 minutes work and they're ready for sale.
Cool at my games room.
And some positive feedback from the team.
It's not your normal, but the design's fantastic.
Yeah.
Got somewhere to sit now on the tea room?
No.
They're ready to kickstart the restorations. Restorer Gavin doesn't need to do much work on the small dressing mirror, as Drew is keen to retain its original character.
It's like a man mirror, isn't it? You'd have this on your dressing table next to your bed. You wake up in the morning and have a look at yourself. It's going to be a good day.
A polish and a coat of wax renders it showroom ready.
That's it. Take it to a lettering house, be photographed and get it on the website.
The vinyl chairs are in excellent condition, so photographer Eleri immediately gets to work.
The chairs from the old dairy, not my bag. I'm not a great vinyl fan, but it has its place. And Drew would always turn around and say, trust me, and I do.
It's a new day and a new salvage hunt for Drew. He's heading to Clyro in Powys to visit Baskerville Hall Hotel, a salvaging opportunity that's been organised by T.
So today we have Baskerville Hall in Clyro.
As in Handel Baskerville?
That's the very fellow, yeah.
Oh, really?
They'll be meeting David, the owner of Baskerville Hall Hotel, and Phil, the caretaker, who's charged with maintaining the house and its significant grounds. Built in 1839 and set against the backdrop of the Brecon Beacons National Park, it's been said that the house was the inspiration behind Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's novel, The Hound of the Baskervilles, featuring Detective Sherlock Holmes.
It's inspired me as well to a new purchase like your lovely hat.
Ladies form an orderly queue.
It was built as a private home for the Baskerville family. They sold it and the local authority used it as a secondary school, and now it's used as a hotel, and we also have the nightclub.
Baskerville Hall's numerous business ventures, combined with its long history, could mean some forgotten treasures for Drew.
Is everything for sale in there, or just bits?
And if you like it and it's the right price, he will sell you anything.
That's good.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It is very nice. You always got to like a house that's got a long drive, haven't you? It says something about the place.
It's in the middle of a field.
Yes. Yeah, right over here, I think, would be good.
Lad.
Hi, David.
How are you doing?
Hello.
Nice to
I'm
see you.
T, this is Drew.
How are you doing?
Come to look round your lovely hotel.
Very good.
We're interested in everything, and I believe there's nothing off limits today.
That's right. That's right. No problem at all. I will introduce you to Phil, and he will show you around.
He's going to give us the tour.
He'll give you the tour.
So who do I do deals with?
With me.
So I talk to Phil.
Yeah.
Do a mental list.
Yes.
Come see you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine. Okay,
Brilliant.
deal. We can do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Drew and T are introduced to caretaker and tour guide Phil, who leads them straight to the hotel's music room.
This is the music room.
As you can see, it's got a beautifully decorated ceiling.
That is lovely, isn't it?
Absolutely
Wow,
gorgeous.
They spent some money on this place when it was new, wouldn't they?
And of course, you've got the fireplace.
Well, yeah. I was... as soon as you walk in, you can't miss it, can you? Because there's nothing else original left in the room at all.
And it's in really good condition as well.
It's in
isn't it?
beautiful condition because it's not been messed about with. The whole thing, I mean, the chimney piece, I do buy the odd chimney piece, and the insert's a pretty good one. This hearth, this cast hearth here, that's quite a rarity as well. You don't see many of these. But the mirror, I mean, they're saying nothing's off limits today. The mirror would be my sort of thing.
This 19th century overmantel mirror is over 7 feet tall and features its original mirror plate. Once restored, it could command around £2,000.
So can we put that on the list of potential maybes?
Well, I think
it's worth asking about.
It's worth asking about, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely something I want. It's a cracking piece, and if they're ever going to sell it, I want to be the guy they sell it to. I can't believe they would, but you never know. Well, let's put this down there, because that I like.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, see the distressing and everything, I like that. OK, next room then, because there's nothing else in here for me.
With his shopping list underway, Drew is taken upstairs to see the furniture in one of the unusually decorated guest rooms.
Here we go. Drew, this is room 5.
Oh, wow.
My God.
That's fantastic.
And this is a much sought-after room.
That is... I love that.
Beautiful, isn't it?
That is just fantastic.
It's like it's directly out of the Fort Capri.
Oh, that is
Look at that.
thing
Fair
of beauty
dues.
and joy forever.
Do you want me to add this onto the list of things we're buying, Drew?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you having the wardrobe as well?
Oh, it's a double whammy. I can't cope.
What more can you ask for? That is beautiful.
I love that.
And look, a nice dressing table to match.
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, it's fantastic.
You could be looking at 10 or 12 quid.
No, that much?
But a push.
That's for everything, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Is that how much you're giving us?
Oh, God, I'd love to see my wife's face with that there. Do you know what? I probably would. Have a go at that. It's so odd. It's so much of its time. I can't believe I'm actually even contemplating buying that bed. But I think it's just... It's so bad. It's good.
OK,
right,
so we move on a
next?
little... Show us some more delights.
Please.
Baskerville Hall Hotel has had several incarnations, and the life cycles of the house are reflected in the disparate hunting grounds.
Now, not a lot of people know about this.
Ooh. Can I go in there?
You can do, yes.
Nice one.
Go on, you Welsh. You should be good at mining and stuff.
Let's do wonders from a back tee.
Oh, joyous.
Well, actually, you'll probably be one of the first for a long, long time that's ever gone down there.
You found anything?
There's a lot of dirt.
OK, is it worth much?
And glitter. Whenever you're offered to go into something like that, nobody apparently has been down there for years. Who knows? You know, the absolute pleasure and joy of this job is that.
Any joy?
Nothing so far, just loads of old theatre lights, but not like old ones. Unfortunately, when we got down there, it was all late 70s stuff, early 80s stuff at the very, very latest, and all in really bad condition. Nothing really there for me at all. I'm coming out. Oh! There's nothing down there.
There was.
There's nothing now. Nah, nothing. Next place. I am.
After a disappointing rummage under the stage, Phil leads Drew to the basement, where much of the hall's unused furniture is stored.
There we go.
Blimey.
Give me a shout if you're going to fall, because I can run.
Watch that, is steep tea.
Yeah. This is where we keep all our electrical bits and pieces and spares and...
Mind if I just jump up here?
No problem at all.
Cobwebs. No. This is the sort of place I usually find great stuff. Because if something's broken in an old house, you go, stick it in the cellar, it's just down there, chuck it in. Great, because if it's down there, it's going to have been there down there a long time. Who knows?
No, I can't trust you in a bike or two, can I?
Oh, you can always. That's quite a nice old bike, isn't it? But it's quite a decent bike in its day, this was. You know what I mean? It's got very good rims on it. These bikes, they're really collectible now, particularly even sometimes just the bits. So it's like, it's OK, it's a middle-of-the-road bike with some good bits on. But it'll supply parts for somebody, but I don't think it's worth a lot of money, to be honest with you. OK, next cavern.
Right, I think we will go up to the lockups up the farm, I think.
Next up are the outbuildings, which house overspill from the hall's days as a school.
And this, is, I'm afraid, Drew, is one of our store areas which is not being kept very tidy.
Limey. OK.
Go on, fetch.
Brilliant.
In his element, Drew is keen to dive in to hunt for forgotten treasure.
If you get out of there, Drew, you win a goldfish.
Oh.
You good?
Yeah. There's an awful lot of these. See?
Yeah.
Strip a bit off one of these.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, 20.
Ah, they're different colours.
Ah.
Ah, they've made them up out of bits.
Yeah.
It's a shame because there's probably about 60.
And they're all covered?
They're all covered. Is there any more of these in the house?
A load in the piggery, I'm afraid they're still covered, I think, so you might want a bit of work on them.
All right, can we go to that piggery place now?
We'll go to the piggery place.
The salvaging team head to the piggery in the hope that the second stash of chairs might be in better condition than the first.
Loads more of these. Loads more. There's about 400. I'm assuming everyone that's got a cover is damaged. That's such a shame. This is a seriously good find in terrible, terrible condition.
Restored and reupholstered, these 1960s school chairs could sell for approximately £40 apiece.
Is it worth the risk?
It depends. Sometimes you have to walk away. As we walk back down, I'll give it some thought, but I think really I'm a bit sketchy on it. There's hundreds of chairs there, and every other one, at least, has got something wrong with it. So half are lost straight away, 50% are scrap. It just comes down to what David's going to say now. I've got to really decide whether or not the time put into this lot is really going to pay dividends.
With Drew's decision hinging on owner David's reaction to the chairs, he heads back to the main house in the hope of striking a deal.
Hello. Hello. Didn't find much, to be honest with you. We did find a very, very large quantity of these.
Yes.
What would you do for all of them as they are? The problem we've got is a lot of them have had the back covered and the seat covered.
Recovered?
No, over the top.
Yes, yes.
Because they're ripped on the sides.
Yes, yes.
So I need to know how many of them were good before they were covered.
They would all have been damaged before they were recovered.
Every one?
Every one. Because that's why we would have covered them.
OK. That answers my question. That's a no, then. That's a shame, because there's hundreds of them up there, isn't there?
Yes.
They're all damaged, which is a real shame, because that would be a fantastic money earner for me and the business. That's the way it is. Off we go. So the only thing really we're ending up with is maybe the mirror.
Right.
Is that for sale?
Yes.
It is.
The 19th century overmantel mirror is one of the few original pieces that Drew has managed to find at Baskerville. Restored, it could be worth around £2,000.
What would you want for that?
Oh, well, you make me an offer.
$500.
I think I would accept your offer, actually.
Great, thank you. Sold. We'll have that.
Very good.
We'll come back down for it. Very surprised. Very surprised. Come to the place at the hand of the Baskervilles. Not many people can say that. I bought the mirror at the hand of the Baskervilles' living room. Cool.
The surprising sale has rendered the trip to mid-Wales hugely successful.
Well, thanks for the talk.
Thank you very much, Drew.
Cheers.
Thank you, T.
And after making plans for the mirror to be collected by a larger van, Drew and T bid farewell to Baskerville Hall Hotel.
Blimey, Charlie.
Old man noises getting in the van again.
Oh, you know when you're getting old, when you only get up out of something, ooh.
You have a cup of tea.
Get them heaters on. What do you think of that then? We've been to the home of the hand of the Baskervilles.
We have. And do you want to go on the hat?
No, mate. The hat's really is you.
I don't. Is it? That's the way. Isn't it? It's not that way.
That's it.
Yeah. That's the look.
That's good.
Yeah.
Back in Conwy, Alex, the French polisher, has been working on the Hesley-side bookcases. Mixing powder paint and Indian ink creates a matching ebonized colour to repair damages in the paintwork.
We don't want to take away any of the fading, any of the original patination that got on there. We just need to get that blended in.
A final wax polish, and it's ready for Drew's inspection.
These have come out well, Alex.
Yeah, really well. But we haven't gone overboard, you know, we've kept that sort of original look. Just tidied in all those little sort of dints and nicks and give them a good polish. But yeah, they come out lovely.
Hopefully, they'll sell quickly. In fact, I don't need to hope they're going to sell quickly. I don't really want to sell them. I think they're great.
They look perfect.
And it's back on the road again, as Drew and T are hot on the trail of a new salvaging opportunity. They're heading to Ripley, near Derby, to see if they can make some deals at a local builder's yard.
We're in Derbyshire.
We're in Derbyshire today. We're going to see a guy called Billy at Ripley Reclaim.
Right.
It's your old school salvage yard.
So we could find some gems.
But we'll see. I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised.
I've seen a lot of stuff that Drew's interested in, and I think we're a bit like-minded. I mean, I like collecting a lot of things for myself, and sometimes I can't bring myself to sell some of the things that I've got, but they'll get a fair crack of the whip, like, you know, if there's anything for sale.
What's Ripley famous for? Why do I know the name?
Ripley's the name of Sigourney Weaver in Alien.
Oh, yeah, that's where I've heard it before.
Yeah.
Do you not feed them after dark? Or is
No.
Is that Gremlins?
Yeah. And me.
Billy.
Okay,
nice to meet you. How you doing?
How are you? All right.
Good, thank you.
Hiya, mate. How are you?
I love your yard. Can we start having a look around?
Yeah, how so?
Yeah. It's a really good setup, this, Billy. It's nice.
I like the way it's laid out.
It's tidy, which is unusual.
Drew and T head into the yard, which Drew hopes will reveal some useful architectural salvage, and his eyes quickly alight on a potential treasure.
So what I do like, that.
Oh, these?
Yeah, they're interesting, aren't they? Where'd you get them from? I know they came from the ladies and the gents, but...
All right. Leeds a lot. Wait, it actually says, what's the name of that football ground?
Ellen Road. You're more It is Ellen Road,
Leeds
isn't it?
football ground, yeah. That'd be nice if it is that, wouldn't it?
It'd help a bit, wouldn't it?
These 1920s bricks were reclaimed from a public toilet and could potentially be used as decorative items for the home. With minimal restoration, they could fetch around £180 for the set.
How much are these?
I don't know. 30 quid each? 30, 60, 90. It'd be, I don't think they'd hear it that, but I mean, if it did turn out to do that and you did your homework, you've just dropped onto probably the bargain of the week, would you?
Do they come as three?
Well, yeah.
It's got to come as three. So you want 90 quid. I was more thinking, can we do, I'm not going to beat you up too much, can we do sort of £75?
I don't think that's too far the way.
It's all right. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really happy with them, Billy. Yeah. Aren't they great?
Yeah. Like
they're just different, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're different. Yeah. That's a good start. It's what I'd sort of expect, but didn't expect to find in a yard like this. And they're wonderful, aren't they? Ladies and gents, cool colour, little arrow on them. Great first find. There you go. See, they're not even heavy, are they?
No.
No. He complains, you know, about putting stuff on the van. Oh, no.
He makes me work for a living and everything. I'd like to carry 10 on.
Right then, should we carry on having a look round?
Yeah, fine.
The first deal is made and the ice broken, but Drew thinks he may have overlooked a possible find at the entrance to the yard and is keen to retrace his steps.
I'll tell you what I did spot when we came in, Billy, was these doors.
OK.
Not that one.
No, not that one.
That one.
OK.
This one I think I prefer.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
These 19th century pine doors are hand-painted and a unique find. Restored, they could be worth around £1,000 for the pair.
How much are these?
Be about £100 per panel. And the cost of the door, which would be 70.
So 940 quid. It's just too much. Too much for me to see a profit on them, to be honest with you. They're lovely. The quality is good, but not great.
No, OK.
I'll fire a price out at you, but it's nowhere near what you're asking. I don't see the add in the value of the door on top at all. to be honest. I see them at 400 quid for the pair, all in. I can't be shifted on it because I know what I can get for them. That price is not going to go. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. And
come on, you're a dealer. You're going to sell them or not?
6.
No.
£600.
No, I'm at 4. It's a yes or no. Black and white's 400 quid.
At Ripley Reclaim in Derbyshire, Drew's discovered some rare painted doors, but fellow salvager Billy is driving a hard bargain.
£400.
Today. Sold. Lovely. Thank you very much.
It was a rough guess at what I was going to say. But...
I think that's fair. Most of the time when I see something, I get a value instantly and say, in my head, that's it. And I tend to stick to it. Sometimes can be swayed a little bit, but with these, there was just no way. There was one price and one price only. I think you're making more money than me.
You think so?
I know so.
Well, that's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
A little glint in his eye there, isn't it?
It's another good deal for Drew, and Billy's yard holds further surprises.
This is brilliant, Billy.
You like this, do you?
This is fantastic. Look at this, T.
Yeah.
That's how to display door furniture. That's really good.
Until someone comes and buys it.
Yeah, well, somebody buys that one.
Yeah, no, what to...
Love door furniture. It's so interesting.
I mean,
Tell you what, is that one for sale?
Yeah.
What would you want for that? I'll just put my finger over that.
Oh, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Yeah, you just...
Have you got the other side?
I think I have, yeah.
You're joking?
I think so.
This 1930s Rolls-Royce door handle is likely to have been reclaimed from the headquarters in nearby Derby and would have been custom-made for an office door. A bespoke item like this is highly collectible. A two-piece set could be worth approximately £200.
How much do you want for it? Especially if you can get the other one.
What, the other?
That's good.
Shall we have a look first, or do you want me to give you a price on one?
Give us a price, go on.
30 quid.
30 quid, sold.
Yeah?
There you go. Yes, we'll have that. What a find. You've got a piece of British history in your hand. That is a wonderful thing to find. I'm genuinely excited by a door handle.
Just behind you there, Drew. Just halfway down.
That's
it.
You found it. Well
Brilliant. Well done, T. Very observant.
I did say there were two, didn't I? Okay.
So that was 30 quid the pair, was it?
No.
No?
No. Well, we hadn't sponsored that one, have we?
Well, this one here now. So how much is this one?
That's got to be 200 quid. No, so I'll do it as the same, 30 quid each.
30 quid, yeah, we'll have them. Okay. It's a great, they're going to go to a good home. We literally have got the Rolls-Royce of door handles. Superb find so far, very, very good. I'm so excited about it. Well, you don't expect to find bits of Rolls-Royce lying around here, do you?
No.
Super.
Okay.
With another satisfactory purchase made, Drew follows Billy to the rooms above the salvage yard, which house his personal collection of antiquities.
This is brilliant, Billy.
Do you like it?
Yes. Yeah, I like it a lot.
A little bit of music?
Yes, please.
There you go.
That fits, doesn't it? It's nice.
I think, yeah, that suits you as well, Drew.
This place has got everything from lighting to bits of Gothic furniture, architecture, bits of churches. This is more, I think, the real sort of Billy. I think that makes his money, and this is where he has his fun. And also, this is more interesting to me as well. A little bit of a hidden gem. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I buy a lot of these lights. I see you've got a few matching ones here.
Yeah.
Are they wired up? Are these lights for sale, or are you just using them, or are they for sale?
I'd sell them.
Yeah?
Industrial opaline lights almost always entice Drew to make a bid, as they are big sellers in his showroom. But first, he needs to establish exactly how many lights he's dealing with.
So you've got 1, 2, 3.
3.
That one's
4.
slightly different.
Is that not the same?
No. Yeah, those, and then you've got 1,
2, 3,
2, 3
4,
of the
5.
Yeah, you've got 3 of the small ones as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 5 big ones.
1,
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Opaline lights are popular features in restaurants and shops, and complete lights like these can be hard to find. With minimal restoration, they could sell for around £180 a piece.
So, how much are they each then? What are they going to cost me each for the big ones first, say?
Well, the big ones or the little ones, I would
Same
do them
price.
all at, yeah, same price, about £65 each, I thought.
They're a little bit too expensive for me.
I think so.
A little, not just for me. I can go to, if I bought them all,
Okay.
and I buy them all, how does 45 quid each grab you?
50. Okay.
I'll take all those. Yeah, all in all, a good day. We managed to pick up a good haul of items, so well worth the time, well worth the diesel.
Yep. Hi. Well, I'm not bad with characters, and I think he's a pretty straightforward guy, and I know that he knows what he wants.
Rolls-Royce fan.
We've not done bad, actually. I hope that, you know, we sort of have more dealings in the future. He's a lovely guy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good stuff. Enjoyed today.
Yeah.
Good fun. I think that's probably as close as you and I are going to get to a Rolls-Royce.
A handle.
We did manage to buy a pair of bricks from a loo today.
Yes.
I think they've got a little bit of charm to them. If you had them in your house, just as a pair of doorstops.
In the toilet?
In the toilet.
Why you'd want the doorstop in the toilet, I'm not sure.
No.
That would be weird.
With a successful salvage hunt wrapped up, Drew and T head back to North Wales, where Drew's wife Rebecca and the restoration team are eager to see their purchases.
Come have a look at these. You like these? What do you think?
I love them,
Aren't they
absolutely love them. Fab. I mean, painting's gorgeous, actually. As soon as we clean them, hopefully they'll just come straight in and sell immediately.
Like a view out of a door.
Instead of windows.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You can use them as bookends. You can use them as doorstops.
They're brilliant.
Drew's keen to get some of the smaller items onto the shop floor as soon as possible. Electrical engineer Ollie sets to work cleaning and polishing the opalines.
These are in a bit of a state. You know, you've got to be very careful when you're polishing them. If you take it too far, you know, there's no character to them whatsoever. But these ones won't be too difficult.
While Aleri photographs the bricks for the website.
I think my favourite, actually, is the ladies and gents brick. Very simple, colour grade, and Drew's idea of bookend, fantastic.